All right, let's bring everybody in here. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Hey.
Great.
Hello, hello. It's going great.
Thank y'all for joining me last minute as I texted you yesterday about this.
Thanks for
It's
asking.
fun. So yeah, absolutely. Thanks for
Yeah.
asking us to join.
They've changed their setup and it's weird. So
I like our background.
yeah, I wanted to do something festive. So, but
Makes
we'll
me
get some
want
people on here, but people can catch up. You know, it lags a little behind anyway. So we were just talking about our mugs before we came on. This is my newest one.
Is that a bomb?
Yeah, it's a grenade.
Nice.
With the only number there is one. Please take a number.
Nice.
But Buffy has the best one. Well, Sin's is pretty awesome too.
That's nice.
And then Sin has a new one,
Yeah,
a new tumbler that got made with her name on it and her logo.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
cute.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
This was a Goodwill find the other day, and then also this one, which we just figured out this unicorn is pregnant and has a uniboob.
I like that. Here's
It's got the
mine.
rainbow on the other side.
Oh, that's cute.
And there's a horse's ass.
That is cute. I like
This
that.
this may be coming up backwards on here. I don't know how I'm
Yeah,
it
it
is.
or not, but it's my Chitter's full cup. It's my water cup for
That's cute.
over here.
The Hopkinsville just had their parade on Saturday, and their theme was Christmas vacation. And so the water department, oh my God, y'all have to go watch the clips of the video. Go look on Visit Hopkinsville, like City of Hopkinsville's page, and they did water department had two trailers that they towed. One of them was a full replica of the house lit up with all the lights, and the other trailer was the RV with a guy dressed as him in the back, and he had a hose and it had green lights coming out of it into a green pool on the ground on the
Wow.
trailer. And it was
That's cool.
and so the whole theme was Christmas. Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh,
And
I
that's
wish
one
I'd
of
known
Best
that. I would
parade
have
floats
loved
I've
to
ever
have seen
seen.
it.
Yeah, so
I'm
they're all
obsessed
themed
with
that way.
Christmas vacation.
But I was like, yeah, I'm glad they spent our hard-earned tax money on their.
It was
That's the way
enjoyable
this-
for them. Yeah.
Well, that's the way my brain works. You know, like yeah, I liked it, but it was for an hour parade. So hopefully they recycle it. But so this morning, Amy had a little bit of controversy online. If you want to talk about that, we don't have to name any names, but
No,
I don't
not
think
at all.
Buffy and Sin probably hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
The gist of it is a group stole a picture of hers, an evidence picture of theirs that they took and posted as their own. And then when she
Oh
called me,
no!
and then she got a message from a mutual friend who was following them and saw it. And she told them, asked them to take it down, and the guy proceeded to cuss her and call her names and all kind of stuff. So the paranormal world, what a wonderful place.
La, la, la. It's that time of year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
That's just it was finally deleted. I deleted
Good.
mine and we're just moving on, I guess. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's just you can take my memes. You can take anything that I've made off of Chat GPT. That's fair game. But when it comes to something that we've caught at a location, and that one, I'm never going to catch anything like that again. I mean, that was just, to me, that was my moment to
Yeah.
connect, and right there, that was my evidence. So that right there, just leave that alone. Leave our content that is our
Yeah.
evidence
Or
alone.
give credit where credit is due.
Right.
Right.
That-
Now, they
yeah.
did come back and say that they were sent the photo and they was, I guess, under the understanding that that person had taken the photo. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, and they were recently at the same location where she captured the picture. It was the Monroe
Yeah.
house.
Which we were there back in March.
My thing was it was handled completely wrong because instead of cussing you and just saying fuck off, basically, I don't care, and calling you a bitch because he did that in a message. I think
Yeah.
it was a guy, whoever it was. But instead of going to that, he could have just said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know," and I'll take it down. It could have been easy, but yeah,
Exactly.
that's why I wanted to bring it up because it's like don't steal other people's stuff. Like you said, memes and stuff, fair game. People share those around, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I probably stole the one that I just shared from someone else. that stole it from
right.
somebody else.
You know what I love is when you share a meme or something from somebody else and then Facebook flags you for it. And I'm like, I shared it from 20 other people already shared it. How are you putting me in Facebook jail? for this
1,000 people
meme?
have shared this meme. Why are you picking
Right.
on me?
Right. Is it because I'm a prior offender? Maybe that's what it is. I've been in Facebook jail a few times for things I've done and said. And put online.
They're watching you. But no, really, there are professional ways to handle that
Right.
as opposed to
Yeah.
becoming immediately defensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I always tell people all the time, it's not necessarily even what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell somebody to go fuck off without cussing them or being demeaning. I mean, you know,
There are professional ways to say it.
Could you
That's
kindly,
another way.
please?
Well, you said something about the following.
Thou shalt go fornicate thyself.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope that if it either they've learned their lesson or if it was sent to them, maybe they stop and do the research before they post it
Yeah.
on their page saying our team caught this. You know.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't care if anyone shares a picture of ours as long as they say, "Hey, this is a cool picture."
Yeah.
No, I didn't capture it, but I think it's cool. Like, yeah, fine. But when you
Yeah.
come in, you're being misleading by saying it was captured by, a member of one of your teams or one of the people who walked through with you. And, that's
Yes.
just misleading. And when you're misleading people, you're in the wrong field. Like that right there is just something that it's a stain that you'll never get rid of. Like you have to
Right.
be completely honest. People will not forget about that. And
Well, this is a field that your word is everything.
right.
You know, and so if people see that, then they may not. When you actually put a good piece of evidence of your own up, they might be less inclined to believe you.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Because-
people are naturally skeptical anyway.
Right.
So one little thing is all it's going to take for some people to be like, okay, well, I knew it, and that's the end of it.
Right.
Well, and also these people went way too far. Not only cussing Amy when she never said a foul word to them,
No.
but also said that they were going to take her down and ruin her.
Oh my.
Their 1,300 followers were going to.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
think he mentioned something about, don't you know what it's like to have 1,300 followers? When Amy told me that, I was like,
Sure
did
we
he
do.
even look at it on their page? Does he know?
I do know.
Yeah, I had 1,300 followers, like 5,000 followers ago. I would be a dick. I would have been such a dick to that guy.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I don't know. And then he was like, well, why didn't you come talk to me? And I was like, I don't even know you to come talk to you.
Yeah. I don't know. I brought that up because I want the paranormal world to do better. Like it just seems to be getting worse and worse with the drama and the teams and people like that guy's approach, like we were talking about. Like he could have handled it completely differently, and maybe hopefully they'll learn from going forward.
Right.
To just go behind the scenes and handle something like that. Also, don't go to cussing, calling people names and telling them that you're going to take them down and all this other. That's uncalled for and ridiculous.
Right.
And hopefully they learn. And like I said, no names, none of that, because there's no reason for that. That's just
Absolutely
ridiculous.
not.
But there's this. Unfortunately, these things happen all the time, and the more popular the paranormal has gotten, the worse it's gotten. And so, but anyway, the people didn't come to hear our paranormal drama. We forget the outside world don't give two shits about paranormal drama because they don't experience it like we do. So.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd be surprised at some of the messages we've read.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've gotten several over my paranormal career in the past 5 years of the podcast and stuff. But
Right.
my favorite for the podcast was your podcast was one of my favorites until I heard a Spanish advertisement on your show, and now I'm not going to ever listen again. How dare you? I don't pick the advertisements that go on my show. I just get paid from them.
Right.
And so I politely commented back, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but wait until you get the episodes where I talk about my husband. Then you really won't want to listen to the show.
Right? Okay,
So
bye.
I left it at that. They never commented back. Because I
And
figured
then
if they were
turn your
bigoted
mug
enough to hate
around.
Spanish. Yeah, I figured if they were bigoted enough to hate Spanish people, they definitely hated gays. So, go be a bigot by yourself somewhere. I don't care if you listen to my show or not.
True.
But I just laughed. And the other comment that I got on YouTube that I just laughed was, this is YouTube. Get some fucking video for Christ's sake. because my show was only audio.
Oh my God.
Because my podcast has always been just audio.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, this is YouTube. Get some, and the funny thing is, the dude ended up following me, and he's commented on other non-videos. So yeah, people are funny.
Bless.
Yeah, yeah.
In the most
So-
southern way possible.
I have not done one of these live streams in a while, and other than being guests on other people's shows, but we've all been busy, and so luckily here lately, became fast friends with Amy and Shannon when they came to the Night House for the first time, and now they're coming back this weekend for the fourth time.
Wow. Yay.
We
Yeah.
can't stay away.
Yeah. And then I've known Buffy. Unfortunately, Barbie for NightSong couldn't join us tonight, but known Buffy for quite a few years now. Paranormal, and then also my best friend Sin. So,
No, stop it.
and so I wanted to have them on here. We're just gonna chat about the Night House, what y'all think of it, and we can talk about some of the stuff that we've caught lately, and then whatever comes up, just a roundtable paranormal. Because Amy and Shannon, y'all are busy all the time. Every time I look around, I'm like, when do y'all work and sleep and eat and all that? Because every morning you got like a cemetery video or something, and like stuff that I've never seen before. And I'm like, when are these people? They're paranormal robots. I'm telling you.
We're busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually me because I get up at 4 a.m. every morning.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I usually do is start posting a few reels, and I'll put a few things on. But I mean, I got to be up to go to work anyway, so I handle my business with Facebook early, and then
Yeah.
I go to work and handle business there.
It's just, I love it because I love getting up and because I'm up at usually 3:30, 4 o'clock. So when you're posting it, that's why I'm not stalking you. I promise. That's why I'm usually one of the first people to like it, because as you're posting it in the morning, I'm actually getting on Facebook and working and seeing it.
Yep,
But,
same time.
Yeah. So, but I was just like, man, what are they doing? Because I try to post a lot of content, but that's a lot. Y'all are so
That's
quiet.
not a
tonight.
get up. That's not a get up time for me. That's a go to bed time for me.
Same.
I follow
am-
him and get up about 4:30, and some mornings as I'm walking out of the bedroom, I question why I'm getting up, but I do. I just get up and get my day started because why not? I've got stuff. I'm quite busy through the day, stuff to post.
Yeah, I'm just an insomniac. I sleep 4 or 5 hours and then I'm wide awake and drinking coffee and having breakfast at 5 a.m. Just that's the way my schedule's been for years now. I don't know why. Because I
That's
work for
me.
myself, so I could easily stay in bed, but my brain, no. As soon as my feet hit the floor, the brain is going 800 miles an hour and thinking about what I've got to do for the day. And so I probably do more work between, 4 o'clock in the morning and 9 a.m. before I take my morning nap than most people probably do all day. Just on the computer. It's not like I'm out running laps or doing a marathon or something, Also, you're also working for yourself. You're more inclined to work, than if you're getting paid by somebody else. So
I'm glad you clarified that. I was imagining you getting up and taking a good run.
Yeah.
Get the
have you
day
seen my
started.
Have you seen my beer gut?
Well, and you're more inclined, especially in what we do, to work the weird hours, because I work for myself too. So I'm like, that's why I say it's more of a go to bed time, because especially times like now when my husband's traveling, right now is kind of my go time. I will stay up the majority of the night and I get more done, oddly enough, from like 9 p.m. till about 4 a.m. Then I'll go to bed for a few hours and then I'm back up doing things for a little while. Then I take a nap. Then I do a little more, and but there's something about through the middle of the night and all of that I get that burst of energy and start doing things.
Right.
I need Walmart to be open 24 hours again because
Me too.
I would be more apt to get up and go get errands done if they would open up 24 hours again.
How nice
You
is
know.
it to go get groceries about 4:35 in the morning?
Oh, I used
Nobody's
to
there.
love it. I actually adore that they have delivery now because I don't have to deal with it in the middle of the day.
I
Well, I would-
don't use that.
I would have to say it depends on where you live, Amy, because our our Walmart is on the edge of like the meth capital county of Tennessee. Well, they go back and forth between Humphreys and Hickman County, but
Yeah,
so
you
they
don't have
all
the best
come. They all come from Hickman County to go to our Walmart, even the meth heads. And so you go in there, it looks like the fucking Walking Dead when they used to be 24 hours before COVID. You would seriously go in there, and it's just, except for the employees, everybody else looks like the Walking Dead, because you got these people sitting on the bench that are all hunched over, and they're all just scratching and twitching, and I'm serious. One night it was horrible. I was like, "Is this a zombie apocalypse?" When I went there at like midnight one night.
That's so awful.
It's horrible, but that's the meth capital of one of the meth capitals of the United States. Is Humphreys in Hickman County, Tennessee, and yeah, it's horrible, but that's the truth of it, And that would be the only people I'd see when I shop late night in there. But anyway, different note. What I was getting at is not that I'm not trying to say I work harder than anybody else. I'm just saying I think, Buffy, it's because there's less distractions. So when I get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock until 9, I don't have, my dogs are still in bed because we have 7 of them, and I got to deal with them. And then my dad's still in bed, so I got to deal with him. No, I'm just joking. But there's just less distractions. I mean, there's even less distractions like on Facebook because nobody's posting, so there's nothing new on there if you really look at, and so I think that's why you're just more productive, because you don't have anybody distracting. There's no phone calls. There's no nothing.
Everybody else is still
That's
asleep.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is I used to be a night person because I worked in medicine. So I worked night shifts or 24-hour shifts. And so for whatever reason, my body flipped now to where, at least I sleep at night. And so, but I can still, if I'm investigating and I'm at the night house and I need to be up for like 20 hours straight, I can still pull that. I'll just sleep for 2 days. It's almost like it's not even a paranormal hangover. It's almost like a hangover. And I'm like, I didn't even drink anything in like a month. How do I feel like I'm, been beat to death?
Those paranormal hangovers are real, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing about owning a location and spending the whole weekend there, and having a team on Friday, a team on Saturday, where I go and do the tour, and then I'm talking about the paranormal, and then sometimes they'll ask me to investigate with them, or they're knocking on the door to ask questions throughout the night. Sunday and Mondays are my rest days. And usually on Sunday I sleep all day because I've been up so much with them, and then sleeping in that environment too, where I'm doing the paranormal for 48 hours or more straight. I think it's even more of a paranormal hangover. I don't think they mean to drain me, the spirits in the house, but they do somewhat, because they're following me around while we're doing stuff, and so. Oh, there's my husband, Roger.
It's Roger. Hey,
Hey,
Roger.
Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Hello.
Jake had a stink bug. I got up and removed it from his area.
And you'd think they would be gone by now.
Yeah.
Well, today it was 54.
I know.
Yeah.
So
But still, it's December.
I know. I hope that we don't get stuck with a bunch of snow. So maybe it's gonna. I know what tomorrow it's supposed to be a little chillier and then go back up. So hopefully that's gonna stay the trend.
Well, it's going to rain tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, thunderstorms tomorrow, but in the 30s.
30s.
Like
Oh, it's gonna be
30s.
I thought
well
it was
down
50s.
Was it?
down south here. It's gonna be warmer than up. Y'all are a bit more north than we are.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little chillier. Let me double check.
Yeah, I think Friday the high is like 43, but then Saturday goes back up. But
37. No, 58. Sorry, I looked at the wrong day. Sometimes you got to double check me.
Look, the first thought out of my head every morning when I wake up is, today is Wednesday. Yeah. Yes,
That's
today's
important.
Wednesday.
That's important.
Like,
I'm really good.
and then I have to go and double check that I got it right.
Yeah.
You know how many mornings I've said the wrong day or the wrong date? Yeah, it's really important to check that. So good job, Buffy.
All day long. I mean, you got to love it when you spend the whole day thinking, it's Tuesday, or thinking it's Friday to find out it's Tuesday.
That really
last week, I had that happen last week because I actually let a team come in the house on Tuesday night. Oh, that threw my whole week off because it's normally Friday before we go to the night house. And I'm up there through the week during the day, but we don't spend the night up there. But we spent the night up there, and Roger went to work from there on Wednesday morning. But all week I was thinking when I came home Wednesday evening, I was thinking it was Sunday because that's usually when we come home from the night house. And so, yeah, it just threw the rest of my week completely off. And
Are
then
you
we
still tired?
I'm finally getting over it. Yeah, not too bad.
Get rested up because here we go Saturday.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Yes.
So they're coming to the house on Saturday, and we're gonna hang out and investigate. And so it's gonna be a lot of fun because we've hung out, like we went to dinner Saturday before the ghost hunt and hung out, public ghost hunt that we just did, and but we haven't got to like hang out and investigate together. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm
Other than-
really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Also, we're bringing something in.
I told him, I was like, Shannon's not going to like it that I'm telling you this. He's gonna be like, why are you even telling him? But I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I'm not lying. I was walking down the aisles and I was just looking around and I seen this and I stopped like dead in my tracks. And to me, looking anymore was like worthless. It was a waste of time. Like it felt like it belonged with.
Can I
YouTube.
show him that too?
Awesome.
Yeah, and then we found out a few days later
Today.
that it's actually from Hopkinsville.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're going to have some research to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm going to feel like Oprah because you're all getting one of these.
You're getting one, you're getting one, and you're getting one.
So I had so these are specially made. I made them just for y'all.
Oh.
As special gifts for supporting the Night House as much as y'all have, and Greg and Barbie, who aren't here. So I have a special coffee mug.
Nice.
It has pictures of the Night House for all of y'all.
That is,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
And then all year you get to use a Night House calendar.
How awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
Good.
And it's all has different pictures that I've taken of the house throughout and different things, the different
That's
logos for different
awesome.
months.
Oh, I love that.
So whenever I see y'all, you all get each one of those. And there will never be any more made, so y'all will be the only ones.
Oh, that's
With
so
these,
super
so.
cool.
No,
But I want to
thank
do
you.
something. Yeah, you're welcome. I want to do something special, like I said, that nobody else will ever have, and so because y'all all been so supportive of us and the Night House, and so we love y'all. So
We love you.
love
And
you.
I just can't bring it onto camera right now because I have to see it in your hands and I want to see Roger and your expression. And today I
I'm
was
excited.
cleaning it up. I kind of researched on the best way to clean. So I went ahead and I was going and cleaning it up some, and then I seen that address. And I was like, wait a minute.
it's meant to
Okay.
be.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I cannot find any information on that little place, but I know that maybe you can reach out to the historical society and find out.
Yeah. Somebody's asking if you can share the live feed to y'all's page.
Share what?
This live feed to your page.
How do I do
If
that?
you can, I think you have to. Do you have a StreamYard account?
It says stream this to your audience.
Yeah. Yeah, because I pay for the premium version, so it allows everybody to do that.
Wait, that's how do I get back? I don't want to do that.
I don't know. If we lose you, we'll get you back.
I can't. Okay, I'll wait. Let me go back up here. And all it says is log into your account.
Yeah. When you log in, it's going to kick you out of here, and then you have to come back in here. But then you
Well,
can.
I don't want to do that anyways because it's saying my Google, and that's not going to get me in. So how do I
Yeah.
do that?
Do you have a StreamYard
Wait a
account
minute.
already?
I'm going
No.
over, let's see. If we go to, I'm going to mute really quickly.
If you don't have a
If you
StreamYard account, I'm just
go-
going to let you do it. So
Yeah, see, I don't, and now I can't figure out how to get back to where I was, and I kicked myself out. No, I didn't. Okay,
no, you're still here.
how do I get back?
I have no idea.
Let me see.
Let's see. I opened a separate tab over on Facebook just now and went to the Night House page. I'm going to mute when I do it because I'm worried it's going to echo out.
Mhm.
But you can share the live stream.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
Well,
on
I can't
Facebook,
even.
you should live stream,
Yeah.
and then people can watch it. But if if you have a StreamYard account, if we do this again, or you are on StreamYard again,
I'll do it.
whoever had it, like I'm a premium StreamYard user because I use it so much or used to, that it allows my guests to share it onto their pages, but without you actually going to Facebook and sharing it. So
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So if we do this again, I will make sure that I definitely make that account and then I can share it better.
yeah, and I think you can just do a free account on StreamYard and it'll allow you to
Gotcha.
share it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
As long as the person who's doing the streaming, like me, has a premium account, it can't be on a free one.
Okay.
So. But so let's talk about the Night House, because we've all been investigating there. Of course, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm the owner of the Night House in Hobbiesville, Kentucky, and for almost going on 2 years now. In April, it'll be 2 years, and it's flown by. So much going on. The cool thing today, I got a email from the library, and they want to do a part of their summer reading program. They want to bring people into the Night House to tour it.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's really cool to be working with the city and in different capacities like that. We have some other exciting things going on that I hope work out and I can announce to the general public, but maybe some TV shows and a movie and things. But other than that, I can't say anything. So lots of things in 2026 for the Night House. So
Exciting.
the activity has ramped up, and so we have gotten a lot more going on lately in the paranormal realm. Also remodeling and all the other stuff and decorate for Christmas and all that. But it's just been crazy lately with all the teams too. Even some of the teams that when they come in now, I can kind of peg them if they have like the right energy. And there's been a couple lately that I'm like, I don't think you're going to get anything. And then it ends up being a crazy night for them. And I'm like, maybe the spirits like change their energy and like, we're going to talk to you whether you're want us to or not, like type of deal. Like we're just going to throw the energy in there, and even though you're not in the right headspace or whatever.
Or either prove you wrong.
Yeah. So we've had Jack, who is not a little boy. He's a man, as he's made well known, who is our dude in the basement, who hangs out in the basement most of the time, that likes the marbles. And if anybody had seen the crazy EVP, loud EVP that we got, Amy and Shannon were there in the room in the basement whenever I caught that on my phone, on the recorder. So, but
That was
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to throw that up. I think it's on the website, on the Paranormal Evidence, on the Night House website. But I need to throw it back up on Facebook, because there's a lot of people that I've been playing it for who didn't see it on Facebook, because they pick and choose what they show you. But yeah, it's a crazy thing where I'm asking the spirit that we thought in the basement, his name is Jack, ask him about marbles if he wants me to take some out of the bag, and he very loudly says no with an attitude. So yeah, I don't know if I ever topped that EVP. I thought I'd never top the horse whinny that I caught from Rosemont.
That's awesome.
That we caught from Rosemont, but the no, I didn't catch that. Lee did. Take the bag. I'm not taking. I was there. We were doing a public ghost hunt when he caught that EVP, but yeah, that's the loudest, most direct answer I think I've ever gotten.
That no could have not been more adamant.
Yeah. Well, and then so we had the public ghost hunt that was sold out with Amy and Shannon, and so they had a group in the attic, and I had my group in the basement. Well, I was trying to get Jack to interact with us for my group. Well, after we were taking a break, and Amy's like, we kept getting stuff from Jack. I'm like, what kind of stuff? Well, he kept telling us that yes, his name is Jack, and he's not a kid, he's a man, and he was adamant. And I said, well, that's funny, because I was asking him questions in the basement, and he's answering you in the attic. Like, couldn't he just pop down to the basement? Like, I don't know how this works, but
No, he was pissed at you for calling him a boy.
I know.
He
not
absolutely
a boy.
did not
He's a
want
man.
to.
And I've been telling everybody we have this
Cutest
little boy in
energy,
the
though.
basement. Yeah.
Maybe we can connect with him again this Saturday. I'm
Yeah.
really hoping so.
Yeah, he's been pretty dominant lately. A weird thing the group this last weekend got was, and Sin, the situation me and Sin's been going through, not going to get into that, but from somebody doing nasty things in the paranormal world and messing with things they shouldn't. But the team kept getting blasphemy, portal, and all that.
What?
And I think I've told you all at least part of the story. And I was like, oh, they're acknowledging
Mm.
what's been going on. So,
Wow.
yeah, I was like, they asked me if it made sense, and I was like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't going to rehash the whole story for them. Do you know what I'm saying? And like them look at me like I'm crazy.
You're talking about
is
the
what I'm saying.
entryway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doorway,
Yeah.
portal, what do you want to call it?
It
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then blasphemy because they're doing devil worship and things, you know. So, but the gist of it is, so we're not leaving people out, is that we've been getting attacked by these so-called witches in East Tennessee. And because of a couple of people who we've never done anything to, oddly, right, Sin?
Right.
We've never done anything wrong to these people, said a bad word about them. We just wouldn't go over to the dark side with them, basically, and get into the dark stuff they're getting into. So they've been trying to spiritually and psychically attack us over the past like 8 months. And so, but I thought it was interesting that the spirits are acknowledging in the house that, hey, this is going on, you know, and that's the first time that I've heard that.
Wow.
But they were asking me, like, what does this mean? Demon and doorway and portal and, yeah, blasphemy. Like, wow, that's more validation for me. But I just kind
I've
of blew it
gotten
off.
it when we're there too. Like I get it, but I also know why it's coming through. So I just kind of don't acknowledge it as it comes through. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just think, like I said, I think that was the house's way of acknowledging,
yeah,
hey, you know, and Jack seems to be the one that's kind of come out and fought against all that too.
Yeah. And
he's gotten stronger.
you have that whoever was there, right? That one left.
No, I think they're gone.
Yeah.
So one of the ones that came through the doorway, one of the spirits that did, was not a nasty spirit, but wasn't great either.
It was a
Kind of
walk.
that whole asshole in life, asshole in death thing, you know. Probably was not a good person in life. But I think he's gone. Nobody's interacted with him or.
He was also sent to be a watcher to take back
information. Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird. If you would have told me a year ago that this was going to happen, I would have told you crazy that I didn't necessarily believe in it.
When I first started telling Eric about this, it was like, okay, what I'm about to say sounds so out there and you're not going to believe me, but I go, hey, buddy, but you're not going to believe me, but just kind of bear with me. Let me get through this and just don't laugh until I'm done.
Well, that's like, I haven't even told, I was going to tell Amy and Shannon like the whole story when we're hanging out on Saturday. Because it's a long story.
Yeah.
But I gave Amy kind of the gist of it. I don't know how much she told Shannon about it, and then Buffy and Barbie I talked to about it. But also I went to them because I didn't want them to think I was fucking nuts either. You know, out there left field, and they're all like, no. You know. But just people playing around with bad things they shouldn't be playing around with and don't know what they're doing with it either. And so unfortunately it's going to come back on them. And it already is. It's all starting to subside, and they don't seem to have as much juice as they had in the beginning because it's taking a toll on them. And I'll tell when we get offline, Sin, I'll tell you what Amy said about the certain person that she even noticed. But being outside the situation, I thought it was interesting that Amy noticed some things too, just looking at a video of the person. So but yeah, so that's been going on, but at least that's subsiding. But the thing is, it's made a lot of our spirits in the house stronger because I think they ramped up their energy to fight off the stuff.
your spirits there are very protective of their home and their property, and I feel like they are very protective of you and Roger now as well.
Yeah.
So it's your family.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's been crazy. But everybody's been having good experiences at the Night House. I am so proud to say that we have 41 reviews and 5 stars on Google reviews.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So,
Oh, I love it.
yeah, and I do not solicit 5 stars. I just ask people, please leave us a Google review. And so I think that's awesome that that people feel that comfortable with the house and have that much fun coming in and learning about the history and hanging out with the spirits.
Well, the best thing about it is the fact that you take the time to know and understand the history. That's
Yeah.
the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and when we bought the house, I told Roger when we were looking for houses before we bought the night house, I told Roger, as an investigator of over 20 years and gone to so many locations, that I wanted the night house to be different. And I know we don't do anything different as far as necessarily investigating. It's a haunted house. You come and investigate. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like other places. Okay, that's a haunted prison. That's a haunted jail. That's another haunted house. But I wanted to set us apart by things that we offered, for one, like heat and bathrooms, but also like a refrigerator. Yeah, a refrigerator with drinks and snacks and things like that too. But also too, I mean, how many locations you go to that you get to meet the owner? The owner's one that gives you the tour. I hate those. And the tour guides are just doing their job, but they're just regurgitating what they've been told. They don't necessarily have any experiences. They're not into the history as much as the owner and why we bought the property to begin with. And so eventually, hopefully we get, our business grows enough that we can hire somebody to help and do tours and stuff. But I want to find somebody who's just as passionate,
Right.
But still also be there to at least meet the teams for the most part. But just trying to do things differently, set ourselves apart, not because we're a haunted location, but because of how we treat people and all of that. Set ourselves apart in that way.
I love the fact that you offer, if is needed, the help or just to sit with them. I think that is an amazing thing because
Sorry, this coffee cup just because of the mouth, I guess it just like pooh all over me. So now I'm wet.
wipe yourself off. But
Yeah.
I just think that's awesome because you may have someone like you were talking about the private ones where you can do the 3 hours. You may have someone that kind of thinks that they might want to maybe sort of kind of get into paranormal investigating and not have anybody that they can reach out to. But at your location, they can go there, they can work with you, you can show them some of the equipment, you can kind of teach them how to go about it. And I think that's amazing because most places do not offer that.
Right.
That's what I was kind of about to say is there's a different level of availability that you offer both on the public hunts and the private hunts that you don't normally see. That sets it apart. That we help often with both some public hunts at other places too, other locations. And then when we go on private hunts as a team, there's a different level of availability that you guys offer. And again, to Amy's point, jumping in, you have other equipment. There's a level of knowledge. There's, hey, you guys, you're on a private hunt, but if you need anything, we're right here. Come knock on the door.
Yeah.
Anything at all. That's not always what you get on investigations.
Right.
And it's
Or if you do have a location that has someone that is on the property, you don't feel comfortable enough to knock on that door if you do
that
have a
part
question.
too. Yes.
Yeah.
So
There's
I
just-
mean, it's all of that.
Yeah, there's an entire personality that you guys bring that it sets it apart completely.
I agree.
Well, like I said, it's just trying to do things that when I've been to locations like you're saying, Amy, where you don't feel like they're available even though they're there. And you're like, I didn't really, they just kind of briefly, case in point, not talking any smack about anybody, but when I went to Brushy Mountain, it was like, okay, let's walk out here. I'll show you around with a flashlight. We're not walking anywhere, and then go. I mean, here's a brief, some of the history, but if you didn't look at the history up yourself, sorry about you, kind of thing. And you could tell that they were a little jaded in a way of showing the prison and, things like that. And so then if we had questions all night of like, and then even afterwards, we had questions of, well, we don't know enough of the history because so many people died there. It's hard to look up specific things. But if you're a team, the home team there is investigated, know the history. Maybe I could have gone or called them and asked them afterwards saying, hey, who do you think this was where we caught this EVP in this cell block? That type of stuff. But no, they were hard to get a hold of just to book the place, to begin with. And not to pick on them, but just an example. So just looking at all those locations, like I said, and trying to do better. And also I never understood why some of the locations don't do it. It's also a business, right? What's up, Vernon?
Hey, Vernon.
It's also a business. So like with stuff with Christmas and Black Friday, like why not run sales? Why not give people money off? I rarely do you see locations that do that. And so why not do that? I mean, especially if you're charging $1,000 or more, you can't spare $50 or $100 off for one night. You know what I'm saying? For people, and things like that. Sending out emails for repeat investigators who've been to the house, a couple of times, and sending out, hey, here's $100 off if you want to come back. I would rather have the house booked, every weekend than to charge $1,000 a night and only get once a month.
Exactly.
You're probably going to make around the same money, but I'd rather more people get to experience the house. So, but thank y'all for the feedback, and you can stop blowing smoke at my ass at any point in time. I appreciate it because I feel a little awkward right now.
You like it, admit it.
It's true, though. It's true. You'll offer them the opportunity to not hear anything or to take the full tour, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it makes me happy. I don't like the blowing smoke at my ass because I'm just doing the best I can. But I love the feedback and that y'all love the house almost as much as I do, and as much as Roger does, and y'all are fond of it. And not just the four of y'all, but we have other teams we have one team that's coming back in April for the third time, and they live in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta.
Nice.
And this is they love the house so much. And we got these other people who are coming back for the fourth time, at the end of January. And so it's just crazy, that a house takes on such a life, especially when you put life back into it, I guess is what it is. And if you see the pictures when we first bought it to now, it's just like, it was so lifeless and, sad looking, I guess. And it had nothing to do with, I can't describe it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, it had nothing to do with the landscaping or even us painting or anything. It was just lifeless. And now
listen, you have no idea how many days that I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I just want to drive up there. And
Just be.
yes. But I'm like, it's a 2-hour drive and I don't want to drive up there and then just sit in the front yard twiddling my thumbs because I can't get in,
Right. I'm going to have to give Buffy a key.
I don't know. The thing about this whole home is I feel like there is so much waiting to be discovered, whether that be information that you're going to find from people that you speak with, Eric, or what another team, you or anyone that comes to the home uncovers. I don't know. I want you to get out there and do some more metal detecting. That just, I don't know. I'm so excited about that.
There is a lot. That property, that there are certain areas back on that property that I just keep looking at that I'm like,
if you don't get out there, the armadillos are going to start digging everything up.
Like, ooh, shiny things. I'm taking this back to my den.
Yes.
I think the 5 groundhogs are already doing that.
The first night we were there, we seen 2 great big old houses of some armadillos out there just digging away.
I think Chonky the groundhog in front, he's probably got some bling in his den.
No telling what he's got either. Remember he's
got some treasures.
Yeah. We're also, we need a couple more of the deep freezes. I know we hate them, but we need a couple more of those to kill off more of the underbrush so we can get out there and kill it off permanently. Right. So that we can actually get back on the acre of woods that hasn't been cleared off. And then also back behind the barn and stuff. We believe there's some stuff back there behind the barns where all these vines and things are. So we needed to kill it off a little more. It's starting to. We went back there and looked after we had that, like the 9-degree day or whatever the other day. And we went back and looked and it's all like wilted now and stuff to where we're having too warm of days for it to kill off a lot of the invasive stuff. Right. But yeah, I just, it amazes me how many other people, including y'all, have put so much stock into the Night House. It just, I love it. I think it's amazing that other people love the house the same as we do, and there's the team that was just there on Saturday night. This is the second time they've been.
That's so amazing.
And we keep getting these repeat teams just because they enjoy the house so much. And
I love locations where you can.
Yeah, it is comfortable.
You can gain trust with the spirits that are there by, showing how you investigate and coming back and listening to them, and not taking everything as negative.
And they're learning
Yeah.
too. The
Yeah.
spirits
Yes.
are learning too. Was it Eric? Where was it that? What room were you in when one of them mentioned, "Oh, it's a spirit box" or whatever it was?
I think it may have been the parlor. I'm trying to think because so much has happened. I think it was the parlor. Yeah.
Where actually they're learning the terms
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
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 That's very
I mean, that's
interesting.
part of the reason why, like, when we started back in 2020, I mean, we did a whole lot of cemetery investigations, but our purpose was to go to the same ones constantly,
Yeah.
over and over again. That way they would know our intentions and why we were there. And after a while, we got better communication, and things started coming back out. Because I feel that you can gain trust after a while for those that come and go from the spot. So, and I mean, during that time, that was such a strange time too, because so many people were passing away.
Yeah.
I think, like, compared to 2019 and 2020, there was like over 500,000 more people that passed away, or in
Yeah.
just in the country. So it's like it was a weird time. You could feel it in the air. Things were just strange. And I learned so much that first year, them first 2 years. Like, there was a point when I didn't believe in any of this. I did not
Yeah.
believe. And I'd say 3 months into doing this with Amy, I was like, okay, something's going on. I still don't know what it is, but there's something going on. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of it has to do with your intentions. Just letting your intentions be known right up front, because you could take any response you get 10 different ways. It's all how you look at it. And it makes a big difference on staying positive and not taking everything negative, because a lot of people like to sell fear. Like,
Yeah.
fear sells. You could dress up the night house as being a spooky house and put cobwebs everywhere, and, oh, you don't want to go in this room, it's crazy. Why would
Right.
you do that though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not trying to sell fear. You're trying to, be upfront, personal with these spirits, and be honest. And I think they're starting to pay it back to you. That more things will
Yeah.
happen. I see that place getting a lot bigger and a lot more traffic within the next few years. Definitely.
Agreed.
My approach also has been, and I go through and talk to them. I mean, I talk to them every day especially when we have a team coming in the house. I'll go through and say, hey, we have some people come and visit your beautiful house this evening. Would you please talk to them? And I even tell them, I said, I know you're not circus performers. You don't want to talk to them, don't talk to them. And I know, and I told them the other day, I said, I know you have different people come in and they ask the same questions, but please be patient, because these people, they've never been here, And so I just talked to them and explained, this is what's going on. And to let them know that I don't think they're stupid, and I don't think they're, I understand you exist. You interact with me all the time. I know you're intelligent. There's several of y'all that are intelligent here. And so just going through the house and saying, and I've also told them, hey, when it's your time to go, go. I'm not holding you here. Stay here because you love the house and stuff. And also, when y'all are done with the whole paranormal investigating of the house, you let me know. When y'all are tired of it, we'll take a break or we'll stop it or whatever, because I am respectful of them, and it's their house. We just own it for now. It'll always be their house. Because when it passes on to the next owner, or me and Roger die off in 40 years, and pass it on, and we're ghosts in the house, it's still their house, as long as they want to hang around. And so I think as long as we're providing a respectful environment and we respect them and doing respectful things to the house that they like, I think they'll stick around.
Yeah,
just because I
that's
think they
why-
are enjoying telling their own story and
That's
communicating.
why
with
the
people.
house will succeed. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why. And I've
Yeah.
always felt that. Like, I think it was the second time we came back there, I just knew. I was like, there's spirits here that remain here. They do. And some of them may come and go, but there are a few that they do hang around that area. They
Yeah.
may not come in, or maybe like the one outside may stay out there, but in that area there are, permanent
Yeah.
Spirits, I believe.
And and I believe it's because they want to be there. It's not because they
They're
are
not
stuck,
stuck.
anything.
Right.
They want,
Yeah.
they are
Well-
attached because they want to be there.
Like
Yeah.
Eric and I were speaking earlier, I feel like a lot of them have already crossed, but they want, like you said, to come back and forth. They
Mhm.
want to be there. They
Yeah.
want to be at this home because they loved it. And why not? There was so many happy times. There was so many years that their family was there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I've gotten some of those teams like Shannon was talking about that are like the fear mongering and all that. And, of wanting to evil this, evil that, demon this, demon that. They've called me, and the couple of teams that I've heard this from, they haven't ended up booking the house because not that I wasn't nice to them, but I was straightforward with them because they've been like, well, what makes it haunted? And I'll straight up be like, well, if you're looking for murder, suicide, doom and gloom, massacre, you're not going to find it here.
Right.
There's also nothing negative or evil in the house. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not the place for you. And I'm just straightforward, not being an asshole or anything, but just saying because if you're going to ask me a question like that, well, why is it haunted? Well, I've got plenty of the history up that you can go look and see. It's been a residence for 10 years. Why can't you fathom in your brain that these people came back because they want to be there? Why does it always have to be an asylum where they did lobotomies and things? You know what I'm saying? Or horrible things happen to people. And that's one of the things, like with Waverly Hills, that's one of the places that it's world famous now because the Magnleys have done a great job. But I've modeled some of the things that we do at the Night House from them. They don't put all that stuff out there. They don't put anything evil or nothing. They tell you that the people that were there because of tuberculosis, because people criticize them for doing a haunted house. Well, one of the first parties they ever had at Waverly Hills was a Halloween party for the residents. Well, these people weren't crazy. People think that it was an insane asylum. It never was. It was a tuberculosis sanatorium. And these people were dying from tuberculosis, but they thought they could go there and get better. And so they weren't doing horrible experiments on people. The people were there. That was their home until they died. And so they loved the Halloween party. It was in the newspapers and everything, how the residents loved the Halloween party and dressing up with, back then it was like paper masks and things. And so, but I think that's one of the wonderful things the Manningleys have done for Waverly Hills is they honored the history of that place and try to dig up the stories about the actual people that were there, whether it be the doctors, nurses, or whatever. But people always focus on the one nurse who supposedly hung herself. And it's like, why, out of the tens of thousands of people who died here, you focus on that one person's tragic story? That's been on all the TV shows. That's the one thing they gravitate towards. She may or may not have existed, for one. She may or may not have been pregnant by this doctor or out of wedlock. They don't even know if that was actually a real story. That's just some folklore. But that's what they all focus on is the negative stuff. And so that's what I think all of these teams are watching on TV. And even before they get into a team or start a team, they've already seen that trend on TV with the various TV shows. And so that's what they go and looking for. And they think, for whatever reason, that a place has to have some tragic history. What is human life and death not tragic enough? I mean, J.B. Knight lived into his 80s, but it was tragic that he died of, congestive heart failure because he probably could have lived another 10 years. I mean, especially back then, that was a long time to live. And so, but just that as an example, like, why does it always have to be celebrated? Haunted places when it's tragic, like asylum. People are, like, I know one in particular one, and even like Waverly Hills, they are booked. Waverly Hills could be booked 365 days a year if they open their investigations for that because of how known it is, and there's some other places that book 7 days a week, almost year round, because of that history that's been put out there and because TV shows have been there.
Right.
So I just don't understand that. So, and even the YouTubers that we've had in the house, on the rule sheet, y'all signed the waiver. You've seen my rule sheet that says there's nothing demonic or evil in this house. And I tell all the YouTubers that we've had that come in the house, I'm just going to let you know that if you put out there that there are demons or evil things in this house, you're going to make yourself look like an idiot. Because the 41 5-star reviews that we have on Google says the house is welcoming and they loved it because the spirits were nice and, all that. Not one person will you find that said there's anything negative at the house. Well, there was this one guy, but that's a different story.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
Yeah,
did
yeah.
have
There's always
one.
one.
Just one.
But he even gave us a 5-star review,
But-
you know, so.
I'll
Well-
put it to you this way, though. If it does happen, I'll probably question the person who was investigating before I question the spirit.
That part,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what I tell them. Like, you're going to make yourself look like an idiot because people are going to go look. If they watch your video and they want to look up the night house, they're not going to find anything else that says from anybody else that there's anything evil or demonic here, you know?
Well, you know, people talk about, there's kind of a saying of it takes the same amount of energy to love someone or something as it takes to hate someone or something.
Right.
Okay, so you take that as good, evil, love, hate, that much happiness and tragedy. How come you can't? So it's the same kind of energy that goes into the love of a home, that good energy into a home for that long.
Mm-hmm.
So that imprints, that stays just the same as tragedy stays somewhere else. And people disconnect. And I'm like you with that too. Okay, so no, nothing tragic happened there, but look at all the love and happy and
Yeah.
great
Right.
that happened. You
Yeah.
know, so that stays behind too.
Well, I mean, there was tragedy there with 3 babies dying.
Yeah,
Well, you know
that's
what I'm saying,
getting
with
ready to say,
Carrie
you
and-
did have it's tragic enough their losses. So
Yeah,
But,
Carrie, I
but
mean,
even then, but the good outweighed the bad overall.
yeah. But I'm just saying there was no massacre,
Like, but there was
blood
nothing like
everywhere,
crazy
you know?
Right.
bad.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
But there still was tragedy and heartbreak and things like that. I mean, Carrie died at the age of 25 and her sister died at 22 of tuberculosis. I mean, that's sad. That's sad for any family to lose anybody like that. And then for Carrie to lose 3 babies, only one to live, you know, that's tragic as well, you know? And so there was heartbreak there too. But like you're saying, it was a happy home and
Right.
you know, it doesn't always, my point is it doesn't always have to be the doom and gloom. And I just hate that the TV shows. And I'm hoping if we have any shows come and film at the house, that will be the point of their show, is that the house is, Vernon. I mean, everybody says the house is welcoming, and I hope that ends up being the point of their investigation, that they catch things, but also that it's good things, you know, that we're talking to, you know, good, welcoming people, you know, that it's not all doom and gloom and bad. I wish that, because I think that's just as entertaining. I don't know. I guess people get a kick out of the demons and all that shit, but Zach Baggins getting possessed every episode, and I guess that's better TV than
I don't know. I think
Then a
people
heartwarming
overall are
story
starting
about-
to get tired of that.
yeah. I think it is too, and I think it's definitely run its course, especially the bro culture on TV with the paranormal is kind of going by the wayside. But yeah, that's the one thing, Vernon, that we've heard from everybody. I don't care if they come in for a history tour or like family members or other friends who aren't into the paranormal at all. When they walk in the house, they're comfortable. And that's what they
It
always
feels
say.
like
They always
home.
feel welcomed in. Yeah. Yeah. And the other funny thing is a lot of the teams, what I've noticed is the teams that are spending the night, subconsciously, I don't think they even realize they're doing this, but by like, you know, they come in at 7 p.m. to investigate, and I give the tour or whatever. By 10 o'clock, a lot of them are in their pajamas. and I think they just, it's
home.
yeah, it's like it's a not even a conscious thing. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna get comfortable, you know. And I've heard from several people that they sleep better at the night house than they do at their own home. Barbie says that. She's like, I got better sleep here.
Yeah, I've never had a bad night's sleep there.
Me either. Me
Yeah.
either.
PJ party.
Right.
Yes.
But yeah, I just love it. I love being in this position and everybody loving the house, and I couldn't imagine it going any better. And not even like, you know, I want to make sure that everybody knows as well that, you know, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It takes a lot of money to run the house. Most of the money goes right back into the house,
Right.
you know. But also I'm happy to say that the business has been successful enough of a small business that there's only been 3 months out of almost 2 years that we've had to pay out of our own pocket.
That's amazing.
Any of the
That's
bills
awesome.
or anything. So, and we've definitely put money into it, you know, out of our own pocket with fixing it up. But as far as paying all the, you know, utilities and things.
Yeah. I'm also glad that I've noticed that you
Can
surround
confirm on that Vernon with that one.
you surround yourself with people that, you know, help each other. And that's important
Yeah.
too. You know, instead of someone trying to, you know, use someone for something else or whatever. You know, it seems like everybody that I've met so far that has anything to do with the house wants to help each other. You know, everybody's got the same goal, and I think that's
Yeah.
important too.
I was talking to a mutual friend of ours this morning, and I was telling him he's part of a new team, and I'm not going to call his name out or anything, but he's part of a new team, and he wants to learn. And so I suggested at the end of this month we do a Sunday night, and as many of us that can come up to the house, and we just have an overnight fun, you know, investigating and things, and he can investigate with I'll tell you about it, Buffy and Sin, but
Okay.
we can investigate and just have a good time, but he'll be around experienced investigators who, you know, we have fun and joke around and stuff, but also he can learn how to investigate and kind of more structure and things like that. And the question that he was like, well, how much is it going to cost? And I said, nothing. I own the house. And he just took me back with that question. I was like, no, it's free. I own it. Like nobody's taking money out of our pocket with us going in on a Sunday night, you know? But he was surprised that it was going to be free too. I was like, no, also you're willing to drive, you know, to the house. Like, I mean, come on. But he just took me back with that question. I was just like, what did he just ask how much it was going to cost him?
Well, that tells you right there he's genuine.
Yeah, he's a sweet guy. Yeah. But yeah, I love that aspect of it too, of being like, well, I fucking own it. Like sometimes I realize myself, oh, I can do that because I own the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can
How
have my
amazing
friends
is
over.
that? Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. But the whole thing of the night house too was to share it with everybody that I could, you know. Yeah, I think poker playing. We have paid poker in the parlor. Wow, I'll say that really fast. Poker in the parlor.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it brought any activity because I was drinking that night. So I was having some beers, and Sin can attest to this. I was fairly loaded.
Oh,
But we're not going to get into that.
Oh, but we could.
No, we're not. At least I'm funny. At least I'm funny when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done that, but like we didn't do any investigating. But yeah, to do it as kind of a trigger, I think would be cool. I want to get some pool balls, but they're like $100 for a set. That the pool table, like you can't really use it. So they're just going to sit there as trigger objects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want to pay $100 for trigger objects.
Is it
Really get some
You cannot
children's
use that
play
pool table?
ones.
I can bring you some.
Can you not use it at all?
Well, I mean, the felt is messed up right now. We had to get the felt redone, and it needs to be leveled for you to actually play a game of pool. I mean, because right now everything's going to one side, you know.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, for me to spend for me to spend $80 to $100 on pool balls, a set of pool balls, you know, right now when the table is not really usable as a pool table. Also, I don't know if I want it completely usable as a pool table because I don't want teams down there clacking balls all night, you know. And but yeah, Buffy, sorry. God.
Barbie.
I never mix y'all's names up. And Sin said something about it earlier, and I just did it.
Oh, I didn't even say that. It wasn't a Barbie thing. I was like, that's what she said on the clacking ball.
On the clacking ball.
Clacking ball.
Jen caught it. She's on my face. And I was like,
No, I caught it too. I just skimmed right on over it, Buffy.
Yeah, you can't skim right over it.
I know.
No, not with us.
but I can bring you. I have pool balls that I can bring you.
Okay.
Well,
awesome.
listen,
You can have.
bringing pool balls. I'm
And I
bringing
have-
cues.
I've got
You
cues.
play.
I've got some cues too, and none of mine like they're not like major
Yeah,
like
yeah.
high quality like or anything, but they're not being used. They're just sitting back in the back of the house and all of that. I will bring you all of that.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
clacking what? See,
You heard
Yeah,
it, Vernon.
yeah.
thank you, Vernon.
You heard it here, Vernon.
Clacking pool balls.
Clacking balls.
Clacking ball.
Clacking.
Thank you, Vernon.
Whenever everybody started first using the cat toys, I used to just call them cat balls. And there was a private investigation that we did, and of course we videoed it. and for evidence purposes. It wasn't for documentary or anything. And they had a cat, and I kept saying, "Damn it! I keep kicking cat balls," and they're like, "Shut up! The cat. They're gonna think you're kicking their cat." I was like, "Quit saying cat balls. Like, it just sounds dirty." I'm like,
They are
that's
cat
what they are,
balls.
cat balls.
They're cat balls, though.
They're
Oh, speaking of
literally
that.
cat balls, cat toys for
Yeah.
cats. We just found a way to use them.
Have you seen the Demon's Marble?
I do
saw
like
one.
that it's rechargeable.
But it's
That's the only thing I like about it.
$25 for
What?
one.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing you got to promise me is that bad beauty's going to stay charged and work for a very, very long time till I
Okay,
die.
I'm gonna tell you something. I saw one in use this weekend in a cold building.
Didn't work.
I'm notorious. I wish Barbie was on here because she could tell you. Vernon's on here. Vernon's watching. He can attest. I am the worst about kicking, finding them with my feet when I'm walking in dark areas. I will kick it.
Yeah.
And I kicked it. I found it with my foot, and it did not go off. I don't know how long it had been in use, but I know how long I had been in said building.
Yeah.
And it did not go off. And we had been in there since. We'd probably been investigating since 7 p.m. This was roughly midnight. So you're talking 5 hours-ish in. And she didn't go off when I kicked it.
It definitely should have. That's the
Vernon,
point of
she's
those.
good about kicking balls. I mean, I will find them.
Well,
But
that's how I know that
Expert level.
cat ball in the middle of the night. It lights up.
But
Hey,
so
David,
that's
welcome in.
fine.
but that's what I mean. I kicked one and that sucker didn't go off. And I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
because when I saw, I was like, what did I kick? And I had my flashlight down and I was like, oh. So when I can go buy a pack of 4 cat balls for like $12 and they're gonna last me like a year anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, on
Yeah.
Amazon, I just bought a 12 pack of them for like $22 on
See,
Amazon.
the last time,
Yeah.
see, and not have to worry about recharging and all of that.
Yeah.
Instead of, because that one of them, $25 rechargeable.
Yeah.
That is, I was like, no.
Well, I don't know whether to be mad at them because they call it the Devil's Marble or to be like happy because they're marketing genius because they just colored the damn thing red, made it rechargeable, and
I know.
you're gonna have all these squirrely investigators that have to have the Devil's Marble
I
just
like
because of
this
the name.
cat ball.
Well, it's like the Sam and Kobe Spirit Box thing. People that go and buy it and pay however much they pay for it. And I actually got my ears onto one of those this weekend too, and the volume does not go up very high. I could hear the entire room. And have any of y'all used I had my headphones on an Estes the time that we were at Night House together, Amy and Shannon are. I've got like closed back Sennheisers that are studio headphones. Like you can't hear anybody yell. I had those suckers on. My spirit box had died, so I grabbed. Somebody handed me theirs, and it was one of the Sam and Kobe ones. I turned that sucker all the way up. I could hear the entire room, and I was like, "Well, that's trash. Has somebody else got one?"
That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, my whole thing with them, and I'm just gonna go off on a little tangent here. I wish people would understand they're not paranormal investigators. They're entertainers. And I wish people would go watch the Joe Rogan or listen to the Joe Rogan podcast that they were on, because they straight up say the reason they started investigating the paranormal is because they almost went to prison for trespassing when they were urban explorers. One of them was facing up to 2 years in prison for trespassing because he'd been caught several times. And that's the only reason they switched to paranormal investigating, is because they could pay for locations to go into. They don't know what they're doing. They're entertainment. And the only reason anybody watches them, it's all these little girls who think they're hot. That's all it is, because they're pretty. It is.
So now you can
not
buy their
joking.
board game at Target.
Half the people
so
that follow them are these teenage girls that think they're just hot. They're pretty little boys. That's all it is. But if you're entertainment, be entertainment. I don't have any problem with them doing what they're doing, but just make sure you put out there that you're not investigators. It's just like this is why I respect like Dakota Layden and them. They have always said that they're not investigators.
Just maybe one or two things.
Right. But that's why the Destination Fear group I respect them. They've never they will come out and tell you we're not investigators. We don't know what we're doing. We're just copying what we've seen and using equipment that we've seen. And they never put anything out there as evidence. They just say, "Hey, this happened." So I respect them for that. And they say it's a experiment.
They're
in
just
fear.
going out there to see what's what.
Yeah, and it's all an experiment in fear and what they can handle on their own and stuff. That's why they started doing the individual, where they get locked down by themselves.
Right.
So I respect them for that. And they say, we're entertaining. Do we catch ghost stuff? Maybe sometimes. We catch paranormal stuff sometimes, maybe not, But that's my whole thing with Sam and Colby. Just let people just be honest and tell people you're not investigators. This is entertainment, So anyway, that's my soapbox for the evening.
This took me back to when I was a teenager when you said they're hot. Because did it not,
They're purty.
you guys?
They're like the boy. There's a boy band of the paranormal world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
I'm happy for them that they're making money off of it.
Yeah.
I'll stick with my SB7 and my SB11.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did that part? Yes.
Yeah. I do have to thank them for exposing the fraud that is Satori and their whole BS toe tapping thing. Because that came out when they showed them on the Conjuring house. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, that was a interesting thing. That whole Conjuring house shit is still going on.
That's all just a huge mess.
Well, the thing about it is that the owner, she has mental health issues, and that's what a lot of people are losing in this. They want to criticize her and stuff. She's really having mental health crisis, right?
Yes.
And people
That's
laugh
big.
because she got arrested for DUI and all that. Well, that's a symptom of her mental health, is because she's self-medicating because she needs help, and so somebody needs to step in and help her instead of worrying about who the hell's going to own this house. And that's all people are worried about. They're not worried about her, the human element of what she's going through.
People were asking about it with her. The problem is like there's apparently a large background between her family not stepping in and anymore and all of that too with it on the front in the beginning of all of that. Like there were a lot of people asking on that part of it. And for her, I think a lot of the background on that's kind of sad. Like, I don't think she has a lot of people that are left in her world to advocate for her.
Well, she has some sort of doctorate. She's an extremely intelligent lady.
Yes.
She has a doctorate in something, and it may be something to do with mental health. I don't know, but she has a doctorate in some sort of medicine, and so she's an extremely smart lady. But I hope that in the end she gets the help that she needs. And I could give two shits if the Conjuring house burnt to the ground. I don't care. The house is notorious for the frauds that are the Warrens and a bunch of other BS, and it's got blown way out of proportion with the movies and stuff. Not saying nothing crazy happens there. It's not haunted, but it's just not what they say it is. It's a lot of folklore and conjecture and things. But yeah, hopefully the lady gets the help and people start focusing on that instead of this stupid house. I think it deserves to be saved because it's from the 1700s and there's history there. Family history and things like that. But people are just, it seems like the leeches are coming out of the woodwork to latch on to this, whether they're going to buy the house or not, but latch on to it and get views and follows by being a part of the story and interjecting themselves in the story. There's been too many people that's interjecting themselves into the situation. Anyway, what does everybody have going on right now? We're in the holiday season of Hanukkah and Christmas and all those good things. I know Sin's probably working on her 20th book by now. She's got like 18 books going at one time.
Nice.
I'm barely managing writing 2 at the same time. I don't know when they'll be done. You have 3 going.
I have 3 going. Yeah.
When I talked to you like a week and a half ago, it was 2. Now you've added a 3rd.
Yeah, I've got 3 going.
The minds.
So this is 8, 9, and 10.
Wow.
Just about got 8 done.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I haven't even hardly started Christmas shopping. I can't even,
I dusted
It's getting close, darling.
and the vacuum today.
I didn't even do that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was supposed to, but I was going to, but I didn't.
I hit my
You
head
called
on the
me
mantle
break when you
today.
called.
Like,
Oh, hey Pam, welcome in.
Pam.
Hey.
What is everybody's plans for the new year? I know we have several things that all three of y'all are involved in, all four of y'all are involved in for the Night House. I say three of y'all because there's three screens, but anyway, all four of y'all are involved with events coming up at the Night House, so we can talk about those. But what do y'all have going on planned after the new year?
Nothing really.
No. You know, sometimes when we go live, we just ride around and say, "Oh, let's just go here."
Yeah.
Like we really don't have plans. We just go wherever the feeling leads us. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, you're fixing to have plans because me and Amy have been making plans
We have.
to go to different places.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that too.
Things
Yeah,
you've not even heard about yet, Shannon.
Yeah, we've been on the
Well,
phone.
that's exciting.
Yeah. Sin,
Yes.
so our mutual friend, who I'm excited to meet in February, he's doing an event with us. But Mark Elliott Folds,
Yeah.
my medium friend, which is one of Sin's best friends, who's been amazing at helping with the Night House. When is his cooking show coming out? So first tell them about his cookbook.
He's got a cooking show
It's
coming out.
a YouTube cooking show, but she has to tell you about his cookbook first because she was the editor for it. And Mark is amazing. He's hilarious for one.
Look, I've heard so much about him that I feel like I should know him. So,
my mean old grandma's good old cookbook and more.
I love the. Oh,
Yeah, that's nice.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
So in the book is recipes from. You're talking about things you never even heard of. You're like, where do I even get that ingredient?
Yeah.
But it's from like what medieval times to now.
He does. He does
Oh,
have
wow.
some really super old recipes, and they're from all over the world. That he's just been collecting recipes forever. But his family, they were great cooks. His grandmother especially, but she was a bitch.
Apparently not nice people with their great
Yeah,
cooks.
horrible woman. And he says if she knew that he would have gotten the recipes, she would have burned them because he was not her favorite. Her favorite was David. David would get the cookies. David would get the pies. David would get all this. And she would bring it over when David would visit. And she would say, "This is all for David. Don't you all touch it."
oh,
You know, just rude and mean and ugly.
Grandma.
Yeah.
So it's I would say that it's the very first autobiographical cookbook I've ever seen. Because he has families in between the recipes. He has stories of his family in between the recipes about his mean old grandma and other people. And so it's autobiographical cookbook.
And
That's
Eric,
cool.
you actually got to read a story that had to be watered down.
Yeah, way watered down.
Yeah. So Eric actually got to read some of the horror stories, true horror stories from Mark's childhood. And Eric goes, yeah, I think that needs to take it. You got to take that out. And you got to take this out. I'll tell Mark. And Mark goes, I know. I just wanted to get it out of my system.
That's kind of what I'm doing with the book I'm writing now, the Strange Chapters book, is I'm going back and looking like, maybe I'm sharing too much with these people, like, about my life and shit, but it all fits into the paranormal in one way or another.
You got to get it out.
Yeah, it's just a stream of consciousness right now, and I keep going back and editing it a little bit. But Sim will be my editor again for the next 2 books.
I'm not gonna lie. I just opened another tab on my laptop and ordered the cookbook.
Listen, it's got the Sin Eater story in it. It has got it's the pretty sister recipes. It's all the good and yummy stuff, and then it's got the ugly sister recipes that you don't. Just if you're squeamish at all, don't even go to that part of the book. There's a warning, skull and crossbones, that tells you not to go into that section if you're squeamish.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's some weird recipes in there. Like I said, with things you're like, I've never even heard of that ingredient.
Cochineal.
I still got to get on because I do plan to most likely come up and spend Valentine's weekend up there with you.
Oh, I hope you do. You guys would love Mark.
Yeah.
Pam, that's in the chat. Pam is coming up to meet Mark.
Oh, that's the Pam.
Okay.
Pam,
Yeah,
next
that's my
time you're coming up to the house, don't get a damn hotel room.
Pam, are you listening?
You can stay at the night house. You're friends with Sin.
Well, and I
You
won't.
have the inn to stay at the night house.
Aw.
Don't. You're driving that far. Please do not waste your money on a hotel room. We have
Aw.
plenty of beds and plenty of room for you.
I hope you heard that, Pam.
Yeah, yeah. So she bought tickets for one of the Valentine or both the Valentine's Day weekend things with Mark, and she already got a hotel room before Sin could say, "Hey, don't get a hotel room." So-
Mhm. Mhm.
but yeah, so speaking of that, so we have several things coming up. So the first thing coming up, I guess the next public thing coming up is January 16th and 17th. We're doing the $10 ghost hunts. So that is for anybody who has never investigated or has investigated for 20 years. You just want to come check out the night house for 2 hours for $10. You're welcome, ma'am. You're very welcome. So what we're doing on the 16th, 17th. So on the 16th is Friday. We're offering 2 different times that night. So from 6 to 8, it's for 2-hour ghost hunt for $10, or you can choose 9 to 11. And Buffy will be there as a guest investigator. And I wish it was open invitation, but I wish I could just have everybody stay there. But and then so you can pick between those 2 dates, those 2 times for that Friday, and the Saturday is the same way. And Amy and Shannon, paranormal couple, will be there as the guest investigators there. And so what we do for anybody who's never been to a public ghost hunt, we will split up into 2 groups. I will take one group, and then on Friday, Buffy will take one group, and then on Saturday, Amy and Shannon will take the other group. And we'll split up and investigate the house, and we rotate around the house. And 2 hours is a little quick, but I think you can get the gist of the house. And we'll talk about the history as well of the house, and you'll get to see the entire house and learn about it. And so for $10, hey, 2 hours of entertainment, you know, you can look, we even have snacks and drinks available for free. So I'm not going to charge you for the Cokes and snacks. So come see us. It'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a whirlwind of a night for us, but having 2 different groups in one night is crazy. I don't think I've ever done that before, but yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And then January 31st, NightSong Paranormal is co-hosting with me Booze and Barbecue. We're located in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, which is about an hour from Nashville. I don't know where you're at in the country, but we're about an hour northwest of Nashville. Booze and Barbecue on January 31st. That is a full night of investigating with myself and with NightSong Paranormal. And it is tickets are what, $50? I've been doing so many events. I believe tickets are $50. But
It's 50.
we're gonna have it's gonna be from 6 until 11, and we'll have a catered meal. The menu is on the flyer, and I'll pull it up here. But NightSong Paranormal will be there helping us out. I think probably the 4 of y'all, huh, Buffy? Or
I
do you know yet?
believe so. I'm not positive, but I know Barbie and I will be there. I've got to look on our schedule for everybody else.
Yeah. Let me find the flyer here so I can tell everybody the proper information. Because like I said, I've been doing a bunch of events because we got several others that are planned. Where is that flyer? Sorry, talks amongst yourselves.
So you guys, how's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Everybody's doing good.
Yeah, I can't.
Awesome.
And if I did, I don't think anybody'd want to hear it.
I would
Right.
listen.
Same here.
I would listen.
Yeah,
Well,
how's
much
your
appreciated.
mama and them?
How's your mom and them?
That's what they say around my neck of the woods. How's your mama and them? All right, so January 31st, doors open at 6 for dinner. The ghost hunts from 7 to 11. Tickets are $50 a person. We also, on top of dinner, we'll have drinks and snacks available all evening. But on the menu from G's Barbecue, which is amazing food.
So good.
Calvin is he's a genius cook. You think, oh, it's just barbecue. No, it's amazing barbecue.
Good.
So pulled pork barbecue, mac and cheese, green beans, potato salad, cornbread, garden salad, water, tea, and soft drinks. And look, you get the whole evening of entertainment for $50, and you get fed. So it'll be a lot of fun. It will be a lot of fun. So while everybody's sitting down and eating, I will get up and talk about the history and hauntings of the night house, and then we'll split into two groups and we'll investigate. And we rotate around the house every 45 minutes. Take a little 10-15 minute break. We'll rotate to a different part of the house so everybody gets to experience the whole house and the different activity around the house. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm excited for all this, but I'm really excited for this because it's a new event. I've done public ghost hunts. I don't know. I've probably done 150 of them over the years. So those are fun, and we've done a bunch of the night house, but I've never done anything like this. So we have a really busy Valentine's Day weekend for everybody. So on Friday, February 13th, so Friday the 13th as well, we're going to have psychic medium Mark Elliott Foltz is going to do a gallery reading for people. So anybody that doesn't know what a gallery reading is with a medium, it's like you've seen on TV with John Edwards, where you have people in the audience and Mark will be up and he will have spirits come through and he'll try to, he'll say things that if it pertains to your loved one coming forward, or a name or something that he gets that, and it's for your loved ones to come through and for you to, get any messages or them to let you know that they're okay. And so, but also to ask him questions and pick his brain about being a medium and things like that. Also, Sin Shrader Hill, the awesome investigator, researcher, and author, will be there, and she will do a special presentation on her book, Signs from the Afterlife. And so where she has collected stories, but also has her own stories in there, in those books, series of books, from other people who get signs from their loved ones who have passed. So not only do you have the medium there to directly connect, but also maybe you've gotten some signs from loved ones that don't realize that were actually signs from them. And so Sin's collected a bunch of stories. Like I said, she also has many of her own. I have a couple of my own stories in the book, in one of her books as well. And I wrote the foreword to one of them. And so that'll be a lot of fun. So that is from 7 until 10 p.m. on February 13th. And then the really, really fun event is going to be our seance and soiree. Yeah. Now, I just want to say that apparently I've tripped people up with the word soiree. A soiree is a fancy fucking party. Okay, I'm sorry. I wanted to play on words. I didn't mean to confuse people of what the hell a soiree is. For people that don't know, I had a marketing teacher that she always used that word and taught us what the word meant when I was in high school. I had her for 4 years and she was amazing. But so I thought seance and soiree, so a little party for Valentine's Day, but a Victorian Valentine's Day. And what a lot of people don't know also is that, Scott said he's in your book too, son.
He is.
Awesome.
He has a story in there. What a lot of people don't know is our modern day Valentine's Day, people will think that it's the greeting card companies that came up with it. And it's not. It's actually, we give cards and things because of the Victorians. The Victorians used to make their own paper cards, and they would even take their own hair and put it like as a border and things. They were really weird about using hair for shit, right? They put it in artwork and things hung on the wall, and like weird stuff.
Memento mori, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all just wait till Valentine's Day, the cards I'm going to make y'all.
Saving up hair.
Well, I'm on iron right now to stop some of my hair loss. So as I get out the shower, I'm going to start collecting for each and every one.
You're going to braid it.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be a rat nest of hair, right?
I got a few cat whiskers in my wallet. I can make.
What is that a euphemism for? I've never heard that euphemism. I got cat whiskers in my wallet.
Well,
look at that boy right there. He's got some cat whiskers in his wallet.
Yes, cat whiskers are known to. Cats, of course, are known to be protective, spiritual, and little creatures. Quit laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just, in the South we have all these euphemisms, and it just sounds like something that somebody would say.
And they're
from
whiskers,
like Appalachia.
if you find them, you're to pick them up and keep them because it's said to protect you.
I was fixing to ask how you harvested these cat whiskers because it's pretty cruel to cut them off.
They have to fall out on their own. Yeah. And I'll have to share my little container with you that has like probably 50 or more cat whiskers.
Wow.
You go to the vet and ask for the cat whiskers that's falling out?
I didn't know to save them.
I knew it was like
I don't have any cats
and all of that.
Well, but I'll bring you some cat whiskers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm looking around the laptop at my cats over here. Like,
I mean, we started talking about it and mine left the room.
Like, nope.
You're not harvesting whiskers from us. We're out.
They're like, bye.
I remember we posted a post about that one time, and someone was like, "How could you do that to your cats, pulling their whiskers out?" And I was like,
And it's like, no, because they shed their whiskers.
Yeah.
Like they do shed them.
Yes. I was like, nobody rips them out. They just come out. And then I'm lucky enough to find them. Sometimes I'll find 3 or 4 in a week.
Wow.
But we had
What's up,
had
Kent?
2 cats in the house though.
They can't.
So
and one from outside.
yeah, the one from the
Thank you.
outside
We'll
is
see
in
you
during
soon.
the cold.
I'll find them outside every now and then too. But we have several ferals out here that we kind of take care of. And
Now you're going to be picking through them, aren't you?
It reminds me of the one movie where he's like, "So can you milk a
Maybe.
cat, Greg? Can you milk a cat?"
I have nipples too, Greg. Do you milk me? That movie is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So iconic scene, but yeah, that boy's got cat whiskers in the wallet. I'm gonna have to use that for something. We laugh at
I'm
Roger.
gonna have
We
to
laugh
figure
at
out some kind of coffee mug to put that on. Something with something in a coffee mug. That's
we laugh at Roger's sisters because we were at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner one time, and she's like, "Oh, I just felt like a possum walked across my grave." And we're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, I just got chill bumps." And we're like, "That is
I've
not a
always-
saying. That is not a possum across your grave is not a saying."
I
okay?
thought it was
A cat.
somebody walked over your
Yeah.
grave.
Not
Yeah, I heard-
Awesome.
Well, she said possum, and we're like, no, and she
Possum's
was adamant.
better.
She argued with us for 30 minutes that it was a real saying. And we're like, no, it is not. I know you live in Hickman County where all the crazies are, but a possum walking over your grave has nothing to do with anything.
no.
Maybe
It's always been
the
somebody.
population
person.
of possums is rampant there.
I guess they just took over the cemetery. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand that saying anyway because I don't have a grave yet. So
I'm not going to, but maybe a future one.
yeah, I don't know. But
I'm
yeah,
not gonna have one
that's
either.
with you, Pam. Somebody walked over your grave, but she was
Yes,
adamant.
that's
She
what I've
was
always
so adamant it was a possum walked over your grave.
Yeah.
I kind
and
of think that's cuter though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
heard
They're just some
it
random
does-
person.
It is kind of cuter, but
Yeah.
Yeah, possum come over my grave, walked over my grave. Ooh, I got the chills.
No,
I
the
don't
ADD got a
like
hold of
doing-
me. I got to finish plugging the Sands and Soiree. I got off on.
Oh,
you
you
do?
do.
Oh, yeah.
We
went
ADHD.
all sideways.
It's the ADD. Yeah. It is my superpower though. So anyway, the Seance and Soiree, Victorian Valentine's Day. So it really is a Victorian holiday. That's where you get Cupid, bringing Cupid in and all that stuff from the Victorians. So I thought the house was perfect to do something for Valentine's Day. But what we're doing is an evening of dinner, wine, and spirits. Play on words. On and Valentine's Day is on a Saturday this year or next year, 2026. It's the 14th on Saturday. So tickets are $75 a guest, and we're going to do dinner. We'll have a catered dinner. I'm not sure what the menu is yet because I'm still checking out the options. But we're going to do a catered dinner, and we will provide the wine, and we'll have some non-alcoholic options as well. And ADD too. My mind just goes blank out of nowhere. The possibilities. That's awesome. So Mark Elliott Fultz, the medium, will be there as well, and we're going to do a seance after dinner. We're going to do a seance, an old-fashioned Victorian seance, to see if it kind of boosts the spirits or maybe draw some more in. And then we are going to do an investigation, and Sin will be there that Saturday night as well as another investigator. And Mark's going to be there investigating with us. So that is going to be really interesting to have a medium. I've never investigated with a medium. And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun investigating with him. And we'll just have him stick with Sin half the night and with me half the night. So the teams, kind of get to investigate with him. And then at the end, the last hour of the night, we're going to do an old-fashioned table tipping.
Yay.
And that's a Victorian thing as well, Victorian tradition. And what you do, I have 2 of these tables, but they have these old round tables that have one spindle leg, and then it splits off into 3 at the bottom. Anybody, y'all know what tables I'm talking about? Type of tables.
Mhm.
I have 2 of these at the night house. Usually with the table tipping, you need one that a spirit is kind of not necessarily attached to, but will come through. And I believe I have one of those that has its own energy, and whether a spirit's attached to it or they're just fond of it. And so it's almost like a Ouija board. Like you put your fingers on the planchette on a Ouija board. Everybody sits around and puts their fingers on the table. Well, when you ask questions, they will tip the table. If you have a question about a certain person, they'll tip towards that person, but it'll tip for yes and things like that.
Right.
And I did not believe in it. I thought it was a crock of shit until I went to Gettysburg. And one of my good friends, Cisco, is a medium as well. And I sat with her and a couple of other mediums. They invited me to the table. And it was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had in my life, as far as like paranormal wise, especially going from non-believer skeptic to complete believer in about 5 minutes. There was no party tricks, none of this. And the one thing that blew my mind was that we had kind of a negative energy come in, and we all felt it. And like, it was weird because sitting around this table, we're not holding hands or anything, but all of our fingers are on, you just put 2 fingers on the table. And it felt like all of our energies were connected to each other. And so when things would happen, we all felt the energy at the same time change. So we all felt like this negative energy come in from somebody. And the one medium said, "Oh, I got this." And everybody has their eyes closed too. She takes her hand and swirls it in the middle of the table and throws the negative energy out. And I swear to you, I felt that. You could feel her swirling the energy up and throwing it out.
Nice.
And the negative just went away very quickly. And but the table tipping, you not only can you talk to, like, if it's a location, you can try to talk to spirits there, but also spirits that are around the people who are standing around. So you can connect to their loved ones, may come through because they see it as their moment to talk, you know. Or you can ask the spirits of the house to come through the table and talk. But it's just it's the old timey spirit box. You know, people are all against Ouija boards and things, but I'm like, a spirit box is just a modern Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're inviting whatever's there. And the funny thing is, I've heard from a few people like, well, you know, with the Ouija board, you're just inviting anybody in. I said, well, what are you doing with the spirit box?
Same thing.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
tune it
just
to a station for a certain spirit, you know.
It's just a tool of communication. You just have to know how to
Yeah.
use it.
And how to properly close it out. Yeah.
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 Well, it's what you're doing anytime you just use yourself as a form. Anytime you're using yourself as a form of communication, period.
Right.
Or even EVP
Dowsing
session.
rods, yeah, EVP. Anytime you're using yourself as a form of communication,
Yeah.
it is no different.
Right. Agreed. And well, the thing is, Hollywood has totally ruined the rap for them. Everybody's
Yes.
scared to death of them. And I get it. I mean, the way they portray them, they are really scary. But it's all about, just like a spirit box, that can be just as scary. It's all about learning how to use the equipment and then learning how to close that door.
Mm-hmm.
And to be respectful within it and
Absolutely.
to do it the right. That's yes. All the avenues are the same as long as you're doing it correctly, respectfully, close it out,
Yes.
and all of it. It's
I
all the
just
same.
feel like I could go over to the nearest mountaintop and scream, a Ouija board's no different than a spirit box.
Right.
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 We
Right.
don't use them, but we do have quite a few.
Yeah, I have
We
a
do
couple,
have quite
yeah.
a few.
My whole thing with the Ouija board is that it's too fallible because people have their hands on there, and not even that anybody has any intention of moving it, but subconsciously we can do
Right.
things.
Right.
Your body does things, and so breathing. I mean, an essential thing in life. Your heart pumping. That's all autonomic. You know.
Well, I mean, even
and
little
so
jerks.
little micro movements. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
you're not even conscious of the little
Right.
micro movements that you're making. And then and then once you get into it, I believe maybe there could be a psychokinetic component there too, where if somebody's really into it and it's actually moving to answers and letters and things, that maybe that person's psyche, psychokinesis, moving things with your mind, I think is a possibility as well. And people just don't know it. It's a subconscious thing.
Oh yeah.
So if you take out the human element and that planchette moves around the board on its own, I'm in. And like dowsing rods, if you get somebody who knows how to do them properly and they're really steady and stuff, dowsing rods are great, and they still use them. Like I went to the graveyard this blows my mind that in 2025 we're still doing the things this way because they work. I went to the cemetery that the Knights are buried in, and they have no headstones, except for 3 of them, and they're in a different part of the cemetery. Anyway, I went out there with the head cemetery guy, who's the head caretaker, and we were looking for exactly where the Knights were. Well, he broke out the dowsing rods. This dude is like 50-something-year-old redneck dude, not taking anything away from him. He's a very nice guy. He's a great guy, but he's a country guy. And so to think of him believing in dowsing rods, maybe it is because he's a country boy, but him to breaking out some dowsing rods and locating exactly where the graves were was pretty awesome and pretty crazy. Because he didn't even know I was in the paranormal stuff, you know? And so, but even like digging wells nowadays to find where they need to dig a well, they use dowsing rods. We have all this technology, but the dowsing rods work so well to find water that they still use it. So
What
the
is
dowsing
it?
rods,
Greg told
Huh?
you that he's used peach tree before, wasn't it? Peach
yeah.
tree.
yeah. And also a willow tree, if you cut up a forked branch
Yeah.
and hold the forks with the straight end going out, it will bend down on its own when you get near water, running water. Willow is the one that they've used the most. But yeah, Greg was talking about, I think, peach tree,
Wow.
using a branch off a peach tree. But it's crazy that those things. I would like to take a willow branch out on the night property
Yeah.
and see spirit wise what it would do
Right.
just in the day, you know, or off a peach tree or something like that with a fruit tree that would work. Also, we have a lot of water, so I'd like to find out where some water's running too. But so with the dowsing rods, Miranda Young is the best with the dowsing rods I've ever seen. She is so steady when she uses them that it's insane. But also, are you going to harvest some whiskers now?
Yes, she's
You
about
harvest
to.
them?
Yeah, there's
Be careful.
gotta be.
Be careful.
Is she ripe for harvesting?
I see it.
Anyway,
Looking for
but-
the cat.
but if you watch Ghost Biker Explorations, her YouTube channel, I love the way that she does the dowsing rods because she'll put a blindfold on, and it's just her and her cameraman. She'll put a blindfold on, and the cameraman will put up 3 answers. It'll be yes, no, and like pickle. Something that has nothing to do with the location, nothing to do with anything. And she'll hold the dowsing rods and ask questions. And she knows, you know, and a lot of times it'll go to yes and no, and it'll never go on the nonsense word. That makes no sense. She doesn't know where the nonsense word is or where yes and no. He might switch them around or, you know. And so for her the dowsing rods to land on the answers is pretty neat to me. And it's a pretty cool experiment that kind of takes some of the human element out of it too.
Barbie and I have done a similar experiment where we'll sit back to back. I'll hold the dowsing rods. I'm blindfolded and I have white noise playing. She asks the questions. I hold the rods and somebody is in front of me, letting her know whether they are crossing for yes or opening for no. I have no idea what she's asking. You treat it almost like an Estes, but not. I've got white noise, blindfolded. I have no clue. She's asking, the rods are doing their thing. And we've done that several times where we just blank out. I'm blanked out completely, and we're just letting the rods do what they're going to do.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
I've never heard of that. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's one
We
thing
need to try
that's
that sometime at the house.
amazing about all of the different teams that come together. We all have different ideas and different techniques, and yeah,
Yeah, and well, but that's what makes the paranormal world work.
Mm-hmm.
Is all the
Absolutely.
different opinions and ideas, and
Yeah.
it takes
Putting
all
all
of us. Yeah, but it's also going to take all of us to figure it out too.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's why I never understood which it's changed now, especially in the past year or two. But women in the paranormal, with the bro culture for so long, and even people out there online spouting women don't belong in the paranormal, blah blah blah. Okay, what is this, 1940? What do you want them
Here we
barefoot in the kitchen,
are.
pregnant? Like seriously? But
Crazy.
my experience, certain locations, y'all ladies get way more interaction and evidence than us guys do. So especially with little kids and things like that. But I'm glad that's going by the wayside is what I'm getting at. So I won't get off on a tangent on that.
Yeah, my favorite investigator is female.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yep. Her name is Amy. I think it was Amy Lawson. No.
Come on.
No, I like.
you know, I've heard things about her. I don't know if she should be your favorite person.
Yeah,
or
you
not.
should rethink that.
I would have
Someone
pivoted and
told-
said like
someone
Amy
told me-
Allen or something.
Someone told me she was a grifter. I think you're a grifter.
I was like, what is that?
Con
No.
artist.
No, I like Amy Bruni a lot. I've always liked her.
I really like her too.
Katrina Weidman is my
Yep.
favorite.
Me and you agree, Eric.
She's my favorite investigator, period, from TV. Yeah, I respect the shit out of her. I had the opportunity and the pleasure to talk to her on my podcast, and she was absolutely amazing. Very sweet, and just exactly what you see on TV is what she
Nice.
was when I talked to her behind the scenes, when I talked to her on the air, exactly what you see. And so, yeah. And she's also out there doing things for charity and stuff like that. So, yeah, I
Right.
respect the shit out of her. Amy Bruni's the same way with her. She has a cookbook out and stuff. She does a lot of stuff for charity and stuff as well. She seems very sweet and kind of down to earth. So getting back to the events, all the events on the Night House page,
It's okay.
I'm horrible sometimes at the self-promotion. If anybody wants to grab tickets for any of the events that we're talking about, all the events are up on the Night House page. And
I
if you're
need to grab
interested,
tickets for all of them.
hey, it's you could do what 5 nights of entertainment. Well, it's 6 if you did both the Friday and Saturday $10 hunts for around $200.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And 2 of the events you get fed dinner. And our other events we always have snacks and cokes. So but yeah, the Night House website is thenighthousky.com. And there it is. Yeah, I'm excited. We're talking about some other things to do together outside of the Night House. I feel like I dominate everybody's time with talking about the Night House sometimes, but we're talking about some things that we maybe could announce after the first of the year that a lot of us are going to do together. I know in May we're going to announce this here soon after the new year. In May, all of us on screen here, plus the rest of Buffy's team, NightSong Paranormal, and are going to be at the Thomas House. On May 9th, we're going to do a public ghost hunt. And what I love about Thomas House is I think we can sell 30-something tickets. And for anybody that's not familiar with the Night House, fuck. The Thomas House, y'all can jump in here.
We're doing great. We're doing great.
The Thomas House is in Red Bowling Springs, Tennessee. And it is a bed and breakfast. And so the great thing about it, tickets will be $100 a person. You get a room for the night.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a room for the night. Your own bathroom in that room. You'll have a key to lock it, just like a hotel. So you can put your stuff down and be comfortable. And then they do a buffet style dinner before we investigate, and then we investigate all night until everybody decides they're ready to go to bed. And then the next morning at 9:00, they serve buffet style breakfast.
And it's so good.
So
They do a great job.
So for $100, you get a good 14 hours of the location and 2 meals.
And it's
So-
one location that never disappoints. It is one that rich in history and rich usually in activity. It is.
Yeah.
Pam?
And usually,
That's
Go
one
ahead,
you're going to want to go to.
yes,
Just
yeah.
saying.
Experience the place. The family that owns it is also amazing.
Oh, yes.
The Coles are phenomenal. They've owned it for over 30 years now, and they live on the premises, and they're just amazing people. But the location is wonderful. Usually how I run those, I've done a bunch of events up there too. And usually how we run those is for the first 4 hours, we'll have it split up into probably 3 or 4 different groups. And we'll go around and investigate, teaching everybody who doesn't know how to investigate, never investigated, and kind of leading everybody. And then after the 4 hours, we kind of do a free for all where us investigators we'll still be around to help the people, but they can go wherever they want in the hotel. If they want to go back to Sarah's room or, the different hot spots. And then we'll also say, all right, I'm going here as an investigator if anybody wants to go with me. But it also gives them the opportunity to investigate with everybody. And so, and for everybody, including the investigators, because y'all, Amy and Shannon, y'all have never been there.
No.
So it'll give you all the opportunity to experience the entire place as well. But
I'm
it's
so
a pretty big
excited.
place. It's 2 stories and it's a big U shape. But yeah, there's 30 something rooms, and the way that the tickets work is a little weird because you have to rent a room because not all rooms are like single beds or double beds. Some of them have 4 beds in them. So to rent that room, it's $400. So no matter if you're by yourself or not, so I would say to get some friends. You know, there are a couple of rooms that have single beds, but most of them are either 2 beds, so a $200 room. So the way that we do it is if there's a queen bed and a single bed, that's a $300 room because you can sleep 3 people. Because we're trying to maximize, you know, how we're trying to sell it out to have the most people we can in there. And so that's the tickets are a little different than other places, like I said. But so we'll have those tickets up very soon. But all the tickets that I mentioned, except for the Thomas House, are for sale now through the Night House website. Also, please, please, please be aware of scammers because there's so many out there. The tickets will only come through the Night House website for all the events that happen at the Night House, and then also the Thomas House event will come through the Night House website. Or if somebody, for whatever reason, cancels, then the tickets would come directly from me or one of these people directly from their Facebook. They will post it. I will post it. Things like that. But nobody outside of our group will be selling or transferring tickets. I don't care how many people put up on comments. I got 5 tickets. I found out that I have to work. Well, that's a crock of shit because we only had 12 tickets to begin with. We went through that with an event not too long ago. How did you get 5 of them, Sharon?
Yeah, right.
Well, we added up 12 tickets on one of the posts that a couple different people had, so nobody was coming.
Yeah, there were 4 or 5 people that said they had tickets, and it added up to more than 12 tickets. Yeah. So, but also when you order tickets from the Night House, I get your name of whoever ordered the tickets, and so if that's not the person posting, it's definitely a scam. You know, so if you have any questions about scams or anything about any of the events, you can message any of us that have anything to do with it. You can always call me or text me or email me. And I'm usually pretty good at getting right back to people. But I'm typically available during at least normal business hours. Please don't text me at 3:00 in the morning because you're not going to answer until I get up with my coffee and probably till about 6 or 7. I'm not answering messages. But unless it's really important. Yeah. I may be up at 3:30, but I'm not up. I need at least a cup of coffee and a half, you know, to be functional. But anything y'all have coming up next year? I know, Buffy, what do y'all got going on with Maggie Mansion and the Walton House and all that?
Martin Walton, we've got a private event coming up in January with it's actually from at Goblin Con when we were doing our charity raffle for Martin Walton. We're taking a group of novice investigators in January from that. Can't wait for that because that's going to be fun. We actually sat and talked to them for at length, the people that won it. So we're excited about getting to take them for that one. Maggie, we've got a few kicking up there. She's kind of getting all her ducks in a row for the new year on that, revamping a few things. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. My cat, I've got one cat stalking to the other across my dining room table, right behind the computer here. This is going to be interesting when it happens.
Maybe we can harvest enough whiskers. We can sell them as the devil's whiskers.
I'm telling you.
Dye them red.
Paint them red. Yeah.
Yep.
The devil's whiskers. Anyway, go
Come
ahead.
from the devil's kitty cat itself.
I'm telling you, these two, they're 5-month-old brothers.
Right out of the devil's kitty cat.
They are a mess. And sometimes, yes, they are the devil running around here.
Did you pluck them out of the devil's kitty cat yourself?
They are, when the zoomies kick in, oh my God. And then we've got a few things coming up. I can't even think of our entire schedule. The majority of our stuff coming up is with Night House at the first of the year right now. We're kind of slow rolling into our schedule. Still kind of coming off the hangover that has been 2025 so far. So
yeah. One of the things we all need to do at some point in time too is catch Barbie's band playing. They play all around military stuff. They're called New Binge, and they do. What I love is they don't just do cover songs; they do them their own way. And
Nice.
so it's Barbie is on the acoustic and singing, and then they have I don't know the other two's name. I'm sorry, but they have another lady that sings who's amazing, and then the dude that's with them, he plays the piano or organ, or he's on the keys for every song. But they make the songs theirs, and it's kind of cool what they do with a lot of the songs they cover. And they have a website, newbinge.com, I think.
Yeah, and they've got a
They have a
Facebook page
Facebook
also.
page. But they play all around
Plan
Middle
to
Tennessee.
go up
and-
there all together one night.
yeah.
Yeah, what we need to do, since Barbie's not on here, and I'm sure you'll catch it on the replay, Barbie.
But
Block
don't
her.
listen.
But what we need to find a night and go and just all of us plot and go and not tell Barbie that we're going and just show
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be so
Yeah.
fun.
Would be
I've
fun.
done that to Barbie so many times. I've just popped up when she's playing and I just don't tell her. I usually text her mom and just tell her I'm coming, and but
Yeah.
we all just need to plot and show
Mhm.
up one night.
She threw out this little nugget. Like, she just kind of threw it in the conversation. We were talking about karaoke and her band and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, you need to come sing with us, Eric." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
She will do it. She will find a song and throw you
Yeah.
on stage with her.
I'm fine with that. I've been singing my whole life. It'll be all right.
He's shy. He's very shy.
Yes, I've caught that. I've picked right up on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes a lot to get him talking.
Yes, bless his
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah. It takes a lot to shut me up, especially if I have a fucking 2 cups of coffee while I've been talking to y'all. Right out of the devil's kitty cat.
Yes. You plucked it right out yourself, didn't you?
Is that like a Brazilian? Is that how you do that? Mind in the gutter. Sorry. Okay. Well, Sin. So
Yes.
you're working on more books. When is your next book? You just had a book come out not too long ago.
I did. October
Can
1st.
you even remember now? Because you're working on something.
Yes. So July 4th or the 1st, or that week was
Yeah.
Death's Doorstep, and then Signs 2 came out October 1st, and counting on springtime for the next one, which is a bunch of old stories from newspapers, really, really cool ghost stories and things from all over the world, vampire stories, all kinds of stories. And then I've got some spooky stories coming out in the summer, and hopefully the old hospital book coming out in the fall. So the
Awesome,
old
awesome.
hospital here in town.
Yeah.
Old
the
Fayetteville
Fayetteville. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Or
awesome.
what's also Lincoln County? People call it
Lincoln County.
Hospital.
Yeah. Used to be a teaching college, and then a boys' school before that. So a little bit of a history there.
Yeah. And they can get all your books on Amazon, or they can come see you at an event.
Yes, please come see me. Please come see me. So I know planning on Goblin Con again,
Yes.
and
2026.
also Green Eyes Festival. Those are the two I've got lined up so far.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the event coordinator again for Goblin Con 2026.
Awesome.
Yes,
We'll be
I
really,
think the event coordinator needs to put us next to Steve's booth so we can all.
We'll do
Oh,
what?
honey, we're all going to be in a row. We're going to be the fucking comedy row of
I said- I-
investigators.
I said the event coordinator needs to put us next to Sin's booth because
So should, yes. And the paranormal
Oh.
couple should be there.
Do y'all know
Yeah.
who that event planner is?
He's this guy, Eric.
may have heard of him.
Yeah, he talks a little bit every once in a while on the radio and stuff. And
He's a
Mm.
professional devil whisker plucker.
Yep, he sure is.
He's one of those old boys that's got whiskers in his back pocket. Whiskers in
His
his wallet.
billfold.
He's got too many whiskers in his wallet.
no, that's Janet.
No,
I'll have to show y'all next time I see you.
yeah. What I plan on doing is, so y'all know where all the speakers tables were, and then we have the big round tables up there for people to sit down.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I know y'all too. Y'all popped in, right? Amy, Shannon, Goblin Con.
Yep.
Yeah. You know where the round tables were, people were sitting down
Yes.
for the row of speakers. So the front row that faces those tables and the speakers, that will be all of our booths.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put my own booth there this year because it's still close enough for me to run around
Right.
between the speaker room and the vendors. But also I have other plans for like the atrium, so it'll be a little bit different. But anyway, yes, we will all be together.
Good.
I have the power to do that, so I shall
Yes.
I guess you know the event planner, don't you?
do it. I do intimately.
Ooh.
I was going to say something very nasty. I will not.
No, don't.
Oh, devious brain. So do y'all have anything planned other than the events that I mentioned? Amy and Shannon?
No, but this year, well, we do have Maggie Mansion coming up. We're gonna do the 3 days, the 26th, 27th, and 28th, and then we're gonna meet up with you. And of course, what we have coming up, in the new year with you guys. I can't wait to get
Yeah.
into all that. But this year, I would really like to concentrate where we're heading and our attention toward history.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've really been to more places here lately and have been able to learn more of the history than maybe a normal person would get to, and I really feel a calling toward that.
Yeah.
Right. I know that we may not have anything planned, but I was thinking about this yesterday. I really want to go to Hell's Bar
Oh,
with
Yes.
what a great
Kate
spot.
from the Rosemont
Yeah.
because she had mentioned the connection between Hell's Bar and Rosemont
Right.
Yeah.
last time we were there, and I found it very interesting. And if we do go, I do want Kate to go with us.
Did they
because
still
I
do?
feel-
Sorry,
Huh?
they still do investigations there, or
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they do or
I
not.
know
That's
That's
they
just been his bucket list forever.
I mean, even
No.
if
you
not,
can tour it.
yeah.
it was put on hold for a while. I know they did have a haunted house attraction this
Okay,
past
yeah.
October. This October, but
I don't think they've opened it back up to investigations, but there are a couple of Airbnbs that are right at the property.
Right.
Well, I think you can do a tour of it because I think that one of the whiskey companies uses it for storage,
Yes.
and they rent it out as a warehouse. And I think it might be Jack Daniels that uses it to store barrels, like for their 10, 15 year like age stuff,
Right.
And I think they might have put a brewery in it too.
yes,
Wow.
I would be fine.
It's huge.
Yeah, I would be fine just being on that land. Like
Yeah.
for me being on that land, with the history and everything that's happened there,
Yeah.
that would be fine with me. It's just the same like as Waverly Hills. Like I feel more by the golf course area than I do in the building.
Yeah.
Like outside of that area, like because there are so many people surrounding Waverly Hills, and like I would be happy just to stay, as you said, Buffy.
That's
And
why I
we'll
said
take
there's
it.
some Airbnbs kind of just,
Right.
there's enough of them. There's even like a houseboat Airbnb that's right there
Ooh.
at the docks and all of that I've seen. Like there's enough kind of right there around the property and all of that Airbnb wise where you
They-
could kind of,
and they've
Future
also
trip?
got the floating cabins you can rent.
Oh,
Oh,
that would be
yeah.
nice.
That would be
That
cool.
would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also not far from Old South Pittsburgh.
no, it's not.
You're in that
I've
general area.
almost,
I mean, like
I've
20
almost
minutes.
stayed over there when we've been at
Nice,
OCA.
yeah.
I've almost kind of
Yeah.
grabbed it for 2 nights to
Yeah,
go back
because
and forth.
Hell's Bar, that's on Nickajack
Mhm.
area, in the Nickajack area. Yeah. And then Old South Pittsburgh's 20, 30 minutes down the interstate.
if
I'm
that
trying
much.
to think. Yeah, if even that much. It's not far.
Yeah,
Exeter
you
too.
just go kind of just past and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been down toward Chattanooga in a while, but yeah.
And then of course,
I was there a
Ashmore.
few days ago.
I want to go to Ashmore. Never been to Ashmore, so that's one place I want to go this year. Or
I'm
this
pretty
coming year.
excited to explore more into Tennessee.
Well, I can definitely show you around. And I
Yeah,
know
that's,
most of the location owners are the people that run the location. So
We've tiptoed in Tennessee, but I'm ready to really get in there and see what this beautiful state has to offer.
Yeah, I wish more places would open up in Franklin, Tennessee, just because of Civil War history and stuff. Really, you
Mhm.
just had the Lotes House doing investigations because of the Franklin Battlefield Trust, but it's a long story. The director of the Franklin Battlefield Trust will not do the paranormal whatsoever. And they own Carton Plantation, and they bought Ripa Villa, which Ripa Villa in Spring Hill used to do investigations. Big plantation house with huge history. Um, and all these other places they've kind of taken over, which is great because they're saving the history and they're reclaiming the battlefield and stuff. But they don't understand the potential that they could earn more money to do more stuff as a nonprofit if they just opened it up to paranormal. You know,
Well, it's the same in like Murfreesboro and
yeah,
Rutherford County in that area. They won't open it up down that way either.
yeah.
And look at the history there, and they won't.
I was fortunate enough. We were fortunate enough when I was investigating with Lee and his group, Medics for Paranormal, that we got into an old rescue squad station that's on the battlefield land, because the battlefield they have is the park, Stones River
Yeah.
Battlefield. The battlefield extended beyond that. So
Yeah.
this was on some of the original, because it's right beside the official park now, and we got to investigate it. And on top of it being a rescue squad station, across the street was the impound lot where they took all the cars where they kept people out of, and people unfortunately were killed in some of these cars and things like that. So there were some spirits we felt like were coming across the street to the rescue squad station because it was a rescue squad,
That would
but
be
they're still looking for
interesting.
help. Yeah, they're still
Yeah.
looking for help.
That's so sad.
Yeah, but also being on some of the battlefield property, there was a Civil War spirit that we kind of connected to as well. That was interesting. We did 2 investigations there. I have to tell you about those sometime, but that was crazy. I got a finger run up the back of my head twice, once on both investigations.
Wow.
And I was sitting about 3 feet from the wall, and I immediately told somebody to turn on the light and make sure there wasn't like a bug on me. But that was also one of the claims that somebody who had stayed there when it was rescue squad station had, was that felt like somebody run their finger up the back of his head, and it happened to me twice. So, once on each investigation. But we had some cool stuff
It
happen.
happens like that. Yeah.
Yeah, cell phone went flying across the room and things unexplainable. So yeah, but one of those that was a cool place to investigate. And we got in there because of the profession that we being medics and stuff. They felt comfortable with us. Also, Lee knew one of the ladies that runs the place because it's a training center now for Rutherford County Rescue Squad. But we're the only ones that's ever been in there, which is awesome. So
That is
it's
awesome.
pretty cool. Yeah, and they called us back because they a witness came out and found out that we had investigated, and he had been on the rescue squad and lived there 24/7, because that's how they used to run the rescue squad. They have 2 people live there all the time, and they had days off, but they still lived there. So if in the middle of the night they had to go on a rescue call, they could get up, jump in the truck, and go to where all the other people had to come from home and all that stuff. Anyway, he found out we did an investigation, and so he wanted to come and walk around with us and tell us his stories of what he had happened when he lived there for like a year. And also he ended up sticking around for the first hour or so of the investigation because he was curious. So that was cool that we got to go back a second time.
Did
And it
his energy change it?
It did, and that's what we were looking forward to as well. Was his energy kind of changed? That they were kind of familiar with him.
Right.
We figured out one of them was probably an old captain who had died of a heart attack while on the job, not necessarily in the building, but I think he died of a heart attack while on the job, and I think that's why it changed the energy. But that dude was blown away that I got the finger up the back of the neck.
Yeah. Wow.
Because it wasn't him that it happened to; it was his partner that lived there at the same time he did. So, but an incredible place. But that's what I love about the paranormal. And I keep telling everybody, we could go in places that other people don't get to go, and learn
Yes.
history that other people don't get to learn. And
Yes.
it's amazing.
I've visited some homes that I've never even heard of, and
Yeah.
just learning the history of them, it just makes you appreciate that space even more.
Yeah.
So
It's to me, it's become more about the journey, not necessarily the destination.
yes,
Mhm.
I agree with you on that 100%.
I mean, the camaraderie and getting to hang out with people that you laugh and joke and love hanging out with, and then investigate, and whether you get anything investigated or not, it's about the location and the people that you're with.
Yeah, and we just talked about this earlier today. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a quote that I just came up with that's in my new book that let me pull it up real quick. in the intro, and Sin pointed it out. I didn't even think about it, but I sent her because she's my editor, so I sent her a little snippet of the book. And but anyway, I put in here that without the dead, I may never fully lived, and I've kind of realized that because the chasing after the dead has made me do things in my life I never would have done. I've said yes to a lot of things I probably would never have said yes to, you know, and so
Been places you never would have went.
yeah. So I think that's kind of the gist of the new book I'm working on, the autobiographical book. But yeah, without the dead, I may never have fully lived. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't even realize. And then once she pointed it out that she really liked that, I started thinking about how profoundly that has affected my life and how it really is that true, and how investigating for me is more about the living than it is the dead, and connecting with living people and things. So yeah, I've come to a lot of like I don't know, this book is very cathartic and surreal, I think, that I'm writing now, and I'm like 80 pages in and really personal things in there, so that's kind of scary too. What but me and Sin will have to work out, her as my editor, of what's going to go in there, and you know, what's going to stay and what's not. But I thought writing the first book was scary, to put myself out there as an author.
And now here you go with even more.
This is the personal shit. This is the not only paranormal stories, but like, how did I get here type
See,
of
that's
stories.
what I would like to do as well.
Yeah.
Do it.
Because I've
Because
been,
for me,
Do it.
and I'm sure that some of you agree, for me, during this journey that we've taken, I've learned more about myself
Yeah.
than I ever could have before.
yeah.
I
yeah.
know now who I am, what I believe, what path I'm on, and I'm just, I stand taller now. I
Yeah.
just really have learned a lot about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in this book, like the chapter 1 is the paranormal house that built me,
Yeah.
because I've been haunted my whole life, but it also comes from my family and the experiences I've had since I was a kid, but not just paranormal experiences, like personal experiences with my parents dying and things like that, and how there's been paranormal wrapped around that and things like that. So it's yeah, it's really, I have actually broken down several times writing just about things I haven't thought about in a long time, and bring up emotions that are, you know, you don't necessarily deal with all the time. So it's been interesting. It's been very cathartic, and also therapeutic, I guess, in a way.
I was getting ready to ask you, did
Yeah.
it feel healing in a way?
Yeah. Especially a lot of the stuff, bringing up old memories and things, because like I said, both my parents are gone, and so to think about them and old memories of them and tell stories about things that happened around them has been pretty cool. And then also talking to my aunt about the things that my family had happened to them in an old house that they moved into before I was even born.
Wow.
And getting those stories, because my family's always told those stories about them having interactions with spirits at different places and different times, and always been open about that. So writing about those things too, and hearing some things that I don't remember ever hearing before, and kind of my family history and stuff. So it's kind of cool. But I'm really excited about it. But like I said, also nervous about putting myself out there. My family's
Well,
not going to like some of the things I've had to say in the book either, but I don't name names. So,
I can't wait to read it.
but yeah, I hope that, I told Sin the hope of the book is that you, while you're reading it, you laugh with me, you cry with me, you know, you go through the whole range of emotions like I did writing it, but also going through it in life as well. And that I describe the situations enough that you understand where I was at mentally and emotionally, and how also the paranormal's changed me too throughout the years. And like you were saying, Amy, like for the better of changing, all because I decided to be the weird kid when I was 14 after my dad died, and go find out if he ceased to exist or continues, you know, in some other realm. That decision to put myself out there at 14, going into my freshman year of high school, and finding the other weirdos, you know, who wanted to go sit in a cemetery at night, you know, and things like that, and sneak into Carton Plantation and other places with the threat of going to jail for trespassing, you know. it's crazy how those little decisions add up to a very. In my 42 years, I've had an incredible life. I think I've lived probably 4 or 5 lifetimes. Sin will tell you that because she's heard a bunch of my stories, and she's like, "What the hell haven't you done, like work wise or experience wise?" You know, because I worked in the music business, I was in medicine
Yeah.
for 20 years, and you know all this other stuff. But when Sin, especially when you read this book, it'll make sense when you're editing. It'll all make more sense because it brings it all full circle. So, but yeah, I hope it's well received, and I hope people like it. It's all me, so hopefully that's a good thing. But
That's a good thing.
yeah, I guess we'll wind it down. Unless anybody's got anything else to talk about. I mean, we've been on here for over 2 hours. So
No, I just
Nothing?
want everybody to definitely keep their eyes peeled because we all have some amazing stuff coming up.
yeah, gonna be a
And
lot of fun.
Amazing stuff together. And I'm actually
Yes.
going to
Yes.
do a paranormal couple in
I'm so
person.
excited.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I can't wait for you to meet them, Sin.
Yeah, that's
can't either.
exciting.
I can't
They're
I
wait.
hear
horrible.
about you all the time.
Oh, stop.
They're
No,
horrible.
you
I
don't.
When
do.
When they're not online, they talk so much shit about people, and they're just horrible.
You suck.
No,
You
complete opposite. Complete opposite. Yeah. No, they're great.
I can't wait.
Sin
to
is an awesome human being too.
Yeah.
I was,
Keep
I
it-
was
I
just
believe
talking
that.
about you. That's so funny.
Well, he'd keep up messing with me. He's going to see all these extra tickets show up for these events.
She joked on one of the posts the other day. I've got 12 tickets for sale.
But I was like, don't pay any attention to me.
Scammers
No,
are
it's-
everywhere. Scammers
Well,
are
it-
everywhere.
Yeah. It's just we're all like-minded individuals. The way we look at the paranormal. I mean, we do things differently, which is good, but the way we look at the paranormal, and also we're all good human beings, I believe. Putting
Yeah.
good things out in the world and trying to be good ambassadors for the paranormal and the spirits and the history.
And we're
all that
not,
stuff.
but I just talking to Amy and Shannon tonight, even though I've not met you guys in person, I know you're not bullshitters.
Yeah.
No, and I can't wait to
I already
meet
know
you.
you're not. Yeah.
We are exactly all the way around, just us. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm half ignorant, but welcome to my life, you know. I'm enjoying it.
Whatever.
It's fun, all in fun though. You
Yeah.
know, we have a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah. I see. I'm like me and Amy are like me and you, Sin, and Buffy. I cannot talk to any of the three of y'all without us being on the phone for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and not
Oh,
even
yeah,
realizing
yes.
it's been an hour and a half.
Easily,
you know,
every time.
yeah.
Yep.
Vernon,
He-
stop lying.
He hears you're a
I
nice
he's
lady.
a nice lady.
Nice.
Welcome in-
She's a
welcome in,
nice
Candy.
lady.
Yeah, heard that she's a nice lady. Like he's never met you.
Thank
can't
you.
wait. I can't wait to get back with Buffy and Barbie again. That was so fun at Goblin Con. So freaking fun.
If
Well, that's why
I
Thomas
can't
House is
wait
gonna be
till
so
I
much
can
fun,
get
too.
Barbie actually available.
Right. She's off playing her music online, making money. So
Barbie's never not busy. I'm the one over
Yeah.
here, like, sure, I'm good.
I'll do it.
I'm not
Oh,
busy.
I've
Need
got a
somebody on
surprise
a panel?
for you.
I'll do it. I'm sorry, Shannon. I'm sorry, Shannon.
No, it's okay. I do have a surprise for Barbie. I've got something I'm going to give her next time I see her. I'm
It
not
doesn't
gonna
involve
mention
cat
it.
whiskers.
It
does
is. It is.
It does.
Nope.
It
but
is.
these are definitely the devil's cat whiskers.
They were plucked especially from Shannon.
That's great.
Look who just showed up.
It's Barbie.
Barbie, her ears are burning.
Barbie. Barbie.
What's up?
Hello there. I was just talking about you.
Yeah. How was your show, darling? Was it good?
We've been talking about you a
So
lot.
much.
Yeah.
I made up shit.
I
And it was
I
raining,
did-
honey. It was
didn't
raining.
make it up. It was the truth, but oh my God.
Hello.
Yeah, there.
She said it was great. Awesome.
Good. Yeah, we were just saying.
Calm down on the typing. Calm down. Everything's fine.
Barbie, you still
excited.
can't type today.
Okay.
What I was going to say, the Thomas House, the cool thing that I'm looking forward to as well is that Friday night we're not selling tickets to anybody. It's gonna be all of us investigators just hanging out all night and investigating and and just having a good old time.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
amazing.
Vernon, stop lying.
I need to meet Vernon, I think.
Vernon's fun. Yeah.
He already seems fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only met him when they come and investigate the house, but yeah, he's funny. Yeah.
Vernon's a mess. Yes. You've met us, so therefore you've met Vernon pretty much. He's just
Gotcha.
Yeah.
extension.
It's right in the group. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be fun at Thomas' house that Friday night, just having
Oh
everybody
my
hang out.
gosh.
And,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. And she asked me if we wanted dinner, and I said, yeah, we want
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get breakfast on Saturday morning, but we'll get breakfast on Sunday. But
I like to eat.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Eating's my favorite thing.
well, this is good Southern home cooking.
In case you've met me, I have not missed meals.
Well, I always bring treats too.
I love treats.
Gotta have treats.
She's
We
gotten in
could
trouble with
definitely
Roger a couple
plan that and
times.
just bring some stuff as well. Have treats.
Yeah, they got a walk-in cooler and stuff we can use, and they've got an ice machine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we usually bring drinks and stuff.
Bring pops and treats.
Yeah. And they usually have tea and coffee and all that stuff available for us. But yeah, usually I'll grab a couple of 12 packs of Cokes and throw them in the walk-in. And like I said, they got an ice machine and all that stuff. But Vernon said his sisters represent him well. They do. They do nothing but talk good things about you to your face. And no, they talk nothing but good about you, Vernon. But that'll be fun, just all of us investigators getting to hang out, because rarely do we ever get to do that. And that's why I wanted to do that Friday night with that, and then Saturday, hang out with the public.
I do say pop. It's a pop.
I say soda.
They're further north than us. That's what they
I
up
say
north
pop.
they say pop.
And a window and a pillow.
Then a washer.
You're gonna go wash some stuff.
My dad said that earlier, so that's
Wash.
universal Southern.
What about the window?
Window.
The winder. Yeah, my dad's
I
like, I need to wash
don't
these
add
clothes.
ours. I don't add ours. My mom
I
does.
drop
I give her a hard time for it.
Yeah. But yeah, Barbie, we were just winding it down because we've been on here for like almost 2.5 hours, and people are probably tired of our shtick.
And then you showed up and we stayed on another 10 minutes. So
Yeah,
Me and Barbie's gonna share a pop soon.
yeah. One of my really good friends, Shauna, when she first moved here, she was like a teenager. She came from Missouri, and she had a real thick like Missouri accent, which is half country, half like Boston. Is what it kind of sounds like, a mix between the two. And Craig versus Creek. But she got the nickname Pap because she would say, you'd make fun of her something. She's like, I'm gonna pap you in your eye. We're like, what the hell is pap? We say we're gonna pop you in the eye or punch you. We don't pap. So her nickname to some people is still Pap. I've never called her that, but some people still call her Pap because of that.
But it's a quick little pap.
Yeah, I don't know. And luckily she's lost that, and it's just more the Southern accent because she's been here for so long. So now, away from Missouri, but you are so quiet tonight. I feel like I've talked the entire 2.5 fucking hours.
well, you have pretty much. You didn't.
I know. I should have just got on here by myself.
I know.
Well,
'cause
we
we-
did have a few good seconds of us talking over each other, so it's fine.
usually it was me talking over everybody else.
Nah. That's all
I
good.
apologize.
It's fine.
I saw it.
Well, thank you, Buffy. Fuck, I did it again.
Barbie's
Thank you, Buffy.
here now.
Buffy ordered tickets to the Samson soiree.
Yeah, I sat and did. I have spent a lot of money while we've been on this.
Have you been Christmas shopping as well? Oh, she froze.
Oh, yes.
With the finger up.
I froze.
You froze with your finger like this.
Listen, I am going to call my husband after this and be like, you jinxed it. Because he made a joke about if the internet, I promise I won't screw up the internet at the house while you're on tonight. So, which sometimes he's got a VPN into the house and work on stuff. And I'm
He's
like,
in now.
Yep. He's got you now.
jinx it.
Yep.
Oh, he done jinxed it. You
Yeah.
just froze
I
like
know.
8
So I'm going
times.
to be like, dude, you jinxed it. But no, nothing was a Christmas present. I bought the cookbook and I bought the tickets. So I mean, I guess it was Christmas presents to myself. So thanks, Dave, for my Christmas presents to myself.
Barbie, you got to go back and listen to our whole cat conversation earlier.
The cats might be chewing the cables because she's ripping their whiskers out. Not really. I'm playing.
That boy's got whiskers in his wallet.
Right. I've got about 4 or 5 of them.
We're not rehashing that story. Barbie, you just had to go back and watch it. Hey, at least we've been entertaining to each other tonight. I don't know if anybody else.
Everybody else is like, oh God.
What are they talking about?
Hey, look, for most of the stream, we've had 8 solid viewers. Okay, until now, it's jumped down to 3, which is Barbie, Vernon, and some random person that probably doesn't even know they're still on. But we probably have like 200 or 300 views. They've just popped in for 2 seconds, been like, "Fuck this." These people
What the hell are these people doing?
Sometimes you
Whiskers,
need
what?
get-togethers like this, so it's fine.
Oh, I didn't do it for anybody else. I did it for all of us to chat for a while and hang
Right.
out. We're all from different corners of Tennessee and Kentucky that,
You just need these times.
right before the holiday. And I will, on Christmas, I will be the big 4-3. Yay.
I'll be right after you.
Y'all shut up, y'all youngsters. Just youngsters,
whatever.
I tell you.
Whatever. Age is just a number.
Yeah,
That's
sometimes
hard.
it's just a bigger number than you want.
You can pet that dog. He would love it too.
Barbie, the first time they picked up the dog, I thought of you. I'm like, oh, if Barb was on here.
Well, he was
I-
starting to bark because he wanted to be in our lap.
Oh,
So Saturday night, I think he's going to be our paranormal puppy at the night house.
He's
Aw.
coming.
Yeah.
Paranormal puppy.
Because they're curious. Well, we're curious for one to see what he reacts to and how he reacts to the house.
yes.
And then also while we investigate, he's going to cuddle with Roger. Because,
Aw.
Roger's the puppy dog whisperer.
You can see he's a cuddler.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, all
The
right.
dog or Roger. The dog or Roger.
A little both. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Both of them.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we thought it'd be because people live there. They had pets. I'm sure they had dogs and stuff. And so to see how they interact with him, and how he interacts with them, be interesting.
I'm
for a little while.
kind of hoping maybe Jack comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the man,
The man.
not the boy.
No.
Not boring.
Yeah, I will not get any of us get in. I will be the right.
Be with the puppy.
Yeah. All right.
She
well,
would be too.
I'm the same way.
y'all don't go anywhere because when we get off air, I have something to ask y'all about a date coming up. So that is just for us, not for anybody else. Well, thank y'all for tuning in, everybody that tuned in tonight. Barbie, wish you could have been here tonight, but we'll catch you next
Yes.
time. And Vernon, it's good to see you, buddy. Virtually talk to you. I don't really saw you, but hopefully we'll see you soon. And everybody else that tuned in, we thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Candy, thank you for coming in. She said, great to see you, Amy and Shannon.
Hey, Candy.
Thank you, Candy.
Good to see you
Thank you.
here.
We love you too, Barbie. And we'll see you very soon.
We're going to get together every time you're always busy. So we'll get
Right. And then bam, one day we're all just going to show up at a performance you're doing. The new band.
Yep.
We even look, we even talking about your band tonight and how people need to go see them. So, but all right, everybody. Well, everybody have a good night. Happy holidays. And probably start doing these like once a month. I think it'd be fun. Catch everybody up on
Yeah.
everything and just chat about everything going on. And
And cat whiskers.
yeah, the devil's
And-
whiskers.
At next month's meeting, I would like everyone to have their cat whiskers to show.
I'm on board. Yes. I will be working on mine.
And y'all are going to bring me some, so I'll have mine as well.
Yes.
No, you're required to get a cat.
I'm highly allergic. My eyes
Yeah,
swell shut and shit, so
okay.
not gonna
Oh,
happen.
that well, never mind. You are exempt. So you're
yeah.
exempt.
Maybe
talking
get a
like-
pipe cleaner. Get a pipe cleaner, and we'll just call that your cat.
What does that come from, Mr. Whiskers?
Yes. Get your
All
high
right, everybody.
five.
Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all soon. Come visit us at the Night House at one of the events, or go check out everybody on Facebook. Follow everybody, all that good stuff. And we'll see you later. Everybody have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Thank y'all for coming on.
Bye.
Bye.